William Gargan stars as Barrie Craig, confidential investigator.
A squabbling couple can always bury their differences. The question is, which of them doesn't mind underground shelter?
The National Broadcasting Company presents William Gargan in another transcribed drama of mystery and adventure with America's #1 detective, Barrie Craig, confidential investigator.
Barrie Craig speaking. Marriages may be made in heaven, but they sometimes can end in the city morgue. I know one that did. Almost, that is. A bridegroom the lucky wife loved so passionately, she kept trying to exterminate him. The pigeon's name was one to remember, Killer Bess, an ex-pugilist billed as the perfect specimen. He had forceps and biceps like that, and a chest expansion that reached clear to Madagascar. Added to that, he'd read a book and memorized quite a vocabulary. I first met him in his hour of agony in the Cabana Adora, Eats Table d'Hote, where girls in short skirts and long stockings sold you cigarettes at $5 a pack. I was there with Trav Rogers celebrating his birthday. Even lieutenants of homicide have birthdays, if they live to see it, that is. Trav was living. The only immediate threat to his future was the steak he was wolfing.
This food is all right.
Tell me that again, Trav, when you see the check.
Well, how many birthdays does a man have?
One a year, the rumor is.
The place is crawling with celebrities.
Yeah, I see. There's Marshmallow Midas over there.
Marshmallow Midas?
The Hot Lips trumpet player.
Oh. Say, I thought he was dead.
His agent dug him up. A 40-week contract came along.
You keep informed.
Yeah, I'm a who's who. Over there, getting nicely potted, Killer Bess.
Welterweight contender.
Light heavy and ex-contender. He had his nose rebuilt and hung up his gloves.
He married into society, no? An educated guy for a fighter.
He read Pilgrim's Progress and Frank Merriwell.
A polysyllabic grunter.
You kill you. Uh-oh, Trav.
What?
Look at the killer change colors.
Change colors?
From rosy red to green.
He's gagging. Gasping for breath.
He's not gasping anymore, Trav. He's conked out. We next saw Killer Best in the Southmore Hospital, a private place where checkbook society can recover from the sheer ordeal of living. The killer was no longer green in the face. He was blue. I let Trav Rogers hold bedside hands with him. I only listened.
You were poisoned, Killer.
Poisoned? But that's...
Not only possible, but a proven fact. I had the sedimentation in your glass sent to chemical analysis. Somebody loaded your drink.
But then if it was poison, why am I alive now, talking to you?
An excellent question. I've asked it, too. There are a couple of likely theories on that. One, you have a certain immunity to a poison of this type, or two, you hadn't taken enough of it to be fatal.
I've got an awful stomachache.
Oh, you imagine it. Your stomach's empty. It's been pumped here in the hospital while you were unconscious.
When can I get up?
When you can stand without falling down. Who did it?
I don't know.
Who are your enemies?
No more, please. I've been pumped enough for one day.
You don't want the police involved, hmm?
Now that you ask me, no. You fellas are too public. I don't want to be a public problem like highway repairs and sanitation. No thanks.
Then, might I suggest somebody confidential?
Who?
His right hand. Barrie, make your sale.
Barrie Craig, killer, confidential investigator. I've got blue eyes, and I'm kind to dumb animals. Not that I like to ambulance chase, but I'm all worn out looking for hen's teeth.
You mean clients are scarce?
You've read my diary, and I read your value on the hoof.
Meaning I've got money?
Meaning I haven't got money.
You're hired on condition that you keep wisecracking.
And that I find out why you're marked for extinction?
Yeah, that too. Your friend here, the lieutenant...
Trav Rogers of Homicide.
Send him away and then notify my wife for me. Mona Best, Lawrence 6, 4000.
What will I tell her?
that circumstances make it impossible for me to be home for dinner.
I called the wife as requested to reassure her about the love of her life, perfect specimen, Killer Bess. Her more killed than killer husband. But Mona Bess didn't need reassurance. A funeral would have delighted her.
Hello?
Mona Bess?
Yes, this is Mona Bess.
This is Barrie Craig.
Should I know the name?
I've had skywriters advertising it. I'm a detective.
I've reported no robberies this month.
We've got a comic routine going. I've got serious news, lady.
I despise serious news.
Do you love your husband?
That is a leading question, Mr. Craig.
Meaning you don't.
I'm ambivalent.
Too big a word for me.
I love him and I loathe him.
Which half of you is operating right now?
The worst half.
Then the bad news I've got will be good news to you.
He's been arrested for public drunkenness.
He's been hospitalized for public collapse. He was poisoned at the Cabana Adora. You want to console him? He's in room 602 in the Southmore Hospital, Midtown.
Thank you for the invitation.
But you won't come.
I haven't time. I'm due for a pedicure. Besides, I haven't the inclination. Please give the fallen gladiator my anxious wish for his speedy demise.
Some marriages can really be colorful. Back at the bedside, the killer showed a sense of humor.
She told you to throw dirt in my face. Bury me deep.
She's bashful about her love. It embarrasses her. Her hard-hearted talk is a cover-up.
You've got good sense, Craig.
Have I?
Mona is soft as mush. The surface is only a shell. I'm the love of her life, but, as you say, she covers it. She talks tough through her martinis. It's the ancient female device. Keep the man guessing a little. Never let him take you for granted.
I've heard of husbands kidding themselves like that, but we're avoiding the gruesome. Who tried to kill you?
I wish I could tell you.
For a starter, name me personal enemies with strong motives against you.
No.
No, meaning there aren't any?
There are some. What man doesn't make enemies?
So?
I don't want to slander people, make hysterical guesses about who hates me enough to want to murder me. You find out for me on your own. Don't even keep me posted. Just tell me the climax when you come to it. Until then, I want peace of mind. I want to drink with a friend without analyzing the contents of the glass. Dig into my life, Craig. Do your worst and best. Now, help me stand up and get dressed, please. The antiseptic smell around here is getting me sick.
I did my worst and best, checking into the life and times of an ex-pug gone blue blood and social register. At headquarters, Trav Rogers had as many facts for me as I could digest.
The killer's history makes a fascinating story.
I'll retire to a farm and write it at the age of 86.
I know another book the intellectually inclined killer read.
This is besides Pilgrim's Progress and Frank Merriwell?
The author, Somerset Maugham, a book titled Of Human Bondage.
Do we have to go through with this aside?
Oh, a learned note here and there. It adds a fillip to the ordinary crime puzzles.
Okay, get it said.
There is a passage in Of Human Bondage that likens life to a Persian rug. In your living, you weave a rug. Your experiences are threads to the rug. The author urges every man to make his life experiences colorful and exciting, so the rug will be a weaver's masterpiece of colored threads.
And that was Killer Best. Every day a color job.
He's fought, laughed, brawled, wandered, loved, married, divorced, remarried. Like him or dislike him, he's at least annihilated monotony.
Now some monotonous Mo wants to annihilate him. Who is the Mo, Trav?
I'll give you a rundown. You can make your own choice of suspect. Ex-wives with mutilated hearts and broken egos? The killer has 3. All capable of the ultimate crime against an erstwhile spouse who loved and decamped. Men about town organized into a Let's Kill the Killer club? There are a few of those. Killer Best has been the snake in many a man's garden. A constitutional homewrecker. I'll pass over a legion of waiters and taxi drivers whose jaws were damaged in early A.M. rhubarbs with Killer Best. I'll also pass over some 50 litigants who have sued Killer Best for every civil offense in Blackstone. Sued and lost, that is. But I will remark on his present helpmate.
Mona.
Once Mona Phipps. A tabloid once featured her as the Society Borgia.
Lucretia Borgia, the lady of ancient Rome who showed a talent with poison. Is that the reference meant?
It is. It seems Mona, like her current husband, was also thrice wed. 2 husbands were shed in Reno and Las Vegas. A third died mysteriously.
Poison?
The case never stood up quite. His body was exhumed and the vitals sent to autopsy.
But
The exhumation took place 3 years after his death.
too late to prove poison.
Yeah. There is one more enemy of the killer's worth remarking on.
So remark.
A lad named Polonius. Remember him?
Vaguely. Wait. Kid Polonius. A prize fighter, wasn't he?
Yes. A contender who ran afoul of the killer. They had a match. Polonius was knocked out in 4 rounds.
So?
Polonius lost the sight of one eye. After the fight, he accused the killer of having sprayed his gloves with a blinding chemical. Polonius sued and lost, then swore revenge. He attempted that revenge.
In what way?
A felonious assault on the killer with a knife.
Polonius? Polonius.
The killer pressed charges. Polonius served 18 months in the workhouse. Polonius went free last week.
Free 1 week and stewing over his misfortunes. Quite a lead there, Trav. You know, I think I'll go see Polonius pronto. Polonius took a lot of catching. His address was whereabouts unknown. The workhouse warden had no address on him, and neither did his aged mother. I interviewed fighters, dice players, bartenders, and I came away with 0. Polonius and the American Buffalo, they both vanished from Times Square. When I located Polonius at long last, I'd lost 2 days of my fading youth and $50. The dough was for information. A bookie named Catastrophe had the address for a price. A fraternity building next door to a college. Polonius was the building janitor.
Who's there?
Open up, Polonius. I want to talk to you. Polonius had more equipment than a building janitor needed. He had a baseball bat, and he held it like Mickey Mantle.
What do you want of me?
The question should be, what do you want to do to me?
I'm protecting myself.
Against?
False arrest. Cops hounding me out of a job. Cops making me pull up stakes and go every time I get set somewhere.
Why would cops want to do that to you?
They're doing it. You're here.
Not to hound you.
Good to hear. Then beat it.
Before you beat my brains in?
I didn't ask you here.
No. I'll take the bat.
Hey, let go. Okay, you win.
I don't mind a little baseball fever, but my head's too big for a regulation ball. Now, what's really on your conscience, Polonius?
Nothing. And don't ask me, did I poison the killer?
You know about that, huh?
It's in the papers. And a paragraph in the story reminding that I just finished serving time for trying to bump the killer 2 years ago.
You didn't this time.
No. I gave up thinking like that in the workhouse. Do a rap, you change your thinking.
I imagine. You now feel more kindly disposed toward the killer?
I'd be a liar if I said I did. I hate him. I'd like to see him dead. Only I don't want to be the one who kills him.
Why not?
I got a life to live. I can't live it in jail. I got this job here. I want to settle down to it. I got a girl. I want to get married, raise a family.
Nice idea.
But I won't be able to with somebody out to knock the killer off. He'll get it next time, and I'll be the goat. I'm a dog with a bad name now. They'll blame me. They'll blame me.
Polonius wasn't as felonious as advertised. He'd given up on his deadly grudge against Killer Best, so he said anyhow. When he came out of the weeps, he proved what a peaceable citizen he had now become.
Listen, Mr.
Barrie Craig.
Mr. Craig, you can do a big thing for me.
Like?
Catch who poisoned the killer that other night. Nab whoever it was and take the heat off me.
I'll be glad to oblige if I'm lucky. It happens to be my assignment.
Well, make it your double assignment. Represent me, too.
I'm expensive.
Well, I got $100. I was going to get a new suit and shoes, but I'll give it to you.
Keep your money. If you're on the level, you'll come out okay, Polonius. I'm after the poisoner, and I figure to catch him. So long. Oh, yes. Here's your baseball bat. Buy yourself a horsehide ball out of that 100 the next time you get that urge to swing that bat. I went back to my office, where I always go to do my best thinking. In the horizontal on my leather sofa. Not my favorite sofa, exactly. It had too much sag. But what can you expect when you buy things secondhand? There was no conclusion to my thinking after an hour or two. How could there be? I'd fallen fast asleep. The phone woke me up. Yeah?
Barry, this is Trav Rogers.
As usual, right in the middle of my dreams.
Are you still representing Killer Best?
Misrepresenting him. I've so far done nothing for him but spend his money. Why do you ask?
Only curiosity. I thought you might be interested in his present whereabouts.
Whereabouts? Let me see. It's 4 p.m. He's toasting himself in his favorite spa.
He is not?
I give up.
He's back where you commenced representing him. The Southmore Hospital emergency.
Not more poison.
No. A near cave-in of his head.
Near cave-in?
A roof cornice narrowly missed him.
From being narrowly missed by a roof cornice, you don't go to a hospital.
Clever, Avioli. The cornice missed him, but the dagger didn't.
Oh, stupid of me.
He was knifed 2 hours ago, a block or so from his residence, while out for an evening stroll. And, Barry.
Yeah?
Polonius. You won't be visiting him at home for a while.
Where will he be?
Where he is. In jail. We caught him prowling in the general vicinity where the killer was knifed.
In the hospital, some of the starch was out of the killer. He looked scared and trying not to show it. The knife gash on his shoulder and forearm seemed to hurt like the devil, even though the patient tried to grin.
I've survived again. That's something to be thankful for.
2 strikes. Next time up, somebody's out.
See that it isn't me.
I'm working in the total dark.
You've got Polonius.
You accuse him?
No, I didn't actually see the knifer.
That cornice that came down on you. Tell me more about it.
There's not much to tell. I was out walking at the corner of 78th. Boom, came the cornice. It landed practically at my feet.
The dagger came after?
Yes, 3 minutes later. I backtracked. I was 1 block from home when I got it from behind.
The dagger wasn't found.
So the police tell me.
I'll have the area combed, inch for inch, sewers, cellars, places.
You think my attacker might have thrown it away?
They generally do. Get caught running, it's evidence against them on the spot. They're red-handed.
I did make an outcry. I yelled police. If my assailant would be running pell-mell, he no doubt would have ditched the deck. Craig.
Yeah?
When I'm out of here, put a man on me, day and night. An operative following me around heel and toe. I want protection.
In the tombs, Polonius looked like he was on a marathon crying jag.
Craig, get me out of here.
If you merit it.
You don't think I knifed the killer?
Didn't you? Why were you prowling in the vicinity where the attack occurred?
I was following the killer around to see who might attempt to kill him. I wanted to insure myself against being made somebody's fall guy.
I thought I was to take care of that.
Yeah, I know. You were representing me, but frankly, Mr. Craig, I had no confidence in you.
I see.
So I'm a schmo. Please, Mr. Craig, get me out of here.
I'm afraid you're in for a while, at least.
In? For nothing? Just for walking on a street?
Just for climbing up on strange roofs and prying cornices loose.
You lay that to me?
Lie and you'll grow a long beard and stir.
And what if I tell the truth?
I might intercede for you. Get you paroled in my custody. After you've repented in here long enough. I only might, mind you.
Okay. I dropped that cornice.
You said you were cured. You'd given up seeking revenge.
Yeah, I know I said, but there was the killer on a stroll for himself, dressed like an English lord and wearing a fancy vest and spats. My blood got hot. I looked at my crummy pants and the cardboard in my shoes. I thought of how he used chemicals on those boxing gloves once and cost me a chance at the title, let alone this eye here. I went up to the roof. It was temporary insanity, Mr. Craig. Plead with the judge for me like that. Only temporary insanity. I'm better now.
Was Polonius an honest man or a liar? I couldn't swear. But one thing was for sure, he was a character. I organized the search for the dagger used on Killer Best. Look for a dagger in a square-mile area, you really know suffering.
No luck so far, Barry.
It figured to be tough.
I've got men in wading boots sifting sewer slop, men emptying trash cans and poking into cellars.
Nice cooperation, Trav. Thanks.
Oh, don't be so egotistic. I'm doing this on behalf of the people of the city of New York.
Oh, pardon me.
The assailant may not have thrown his dagger away.
They invariably do.
Still. Oh, wait. Here comes Detective Wilson with a look on him that can only mean one thing.
Eureka. He's found the dagger. Finding a dagger is one thing. Tracing it to its source is a horse of another breed. After the same 14 men, plus yours truly, got ourselves acute atrophy of the metatarsals, our aching feet, that is, we gave up canvassing storekeepers. Later, on an idea that didn't seem too bright to me, I tackled Mrs. Killer Best, Mona. Tried tackling, I mean. Mona wasn't home. Her social secretary, a good-looker named Candy Joplin, was.
Can I help you, Mr. Craig?
Yeah. First, where is Madame?
Out.
Just out?
She didn't say where.
I've got something here. A dagger. Ever see it?
I'm not sure.
You think you might have?
Yes, in a case in the library, I seem to remember a pair of antique daggers.
Let's adjourn to the library. That the case?
Yes.
Well, what do you know? Here's the twin to the one I brought in. Who owns these daggers? Mr. or Mrs.?
I don't think I'm able to answer that. But I think I can be of some help.
Please be.
The daggers, they're antique.
They're antique.
Mrs. Best shops for her antiques at the Attic Mart on 3rd Avenue. I've often stopped in there with her.
The Attic Mart. Unaccustomed as I am to antique hunting, goodbye, doll. At the Attic Mart, a guy who looked more worn out than his merchandise confirmed who purchased the dagger.
Yes, I have the entry here. Mrs. Best, a fine lady.
You mean a fine customer, don't you?
Yes. She's here every week, always to buy. This particular dagger, it's a very good specimen of old Persian craftsmanship.
I've heard enough.
There is perhaps something you would care to be shown?
There is. The door. Following A.M., I went back for a tete-a-tete with Mona Best. The lady was still unavailable. The social secretary, Candy Joplin, was on hand.
I'm sorry, Mr. Craig.
What makes Mrs. Best so scarce around here?
Frankly, Mr. Craig, I wonder myself. Suddenly, in the last days, she doesn't confide her itinerary. Mr. Craig.
Yes?
You're a detective.
So I am.
What do you want with Mrs. Best?
Right now, I want to examine her. I'll give it to you cold. The dagger I matched to one in the library case was the same dagger used on Killer Best.
I see. Then you suspect Mrs. Best of attempting his life?
Uh-huh. Do you?
That is an improper question.
Well, do you?
Mrs. Best has behaved peculiarly. I've sensed, jitters.
Don't stop now.
I wasn't entirely truthful yesterday. I didn't think it properly my business. Your question about Mrs. Best's whereabouts...
Be truthful now.
Well, the fact is, I saw her packed secretly. It seemed to me 2 valises. I heard her on the telephone making plane reservations.
Where to?
Acapulco, Mexico. This was the night before last.
Skipped, huh? Attempted murder and flight.
You mean that...
Mrs. Best is presumably a fugitive from justice. A presumable fugitive from justice, I checked Mona Best's clothes closet. After that, I checked airport records. It proved okay. Item, Mrs. Mona Best, Flight 7, 11:45 p.m. Destination, Acapulco, Mexico. I let police headquarters check it from there.
Mrs. Mona Best landed in Mexico, all right, Barry?
And?
And nothing. Beyond the airport, the Mexican police have no information. They can't find hide or hair of Mona Best. She's managed to lose herself nicely since her arrival. I'll keep nudging the Mexican police.
Don't bother to.
Did you just say don't bother to?
That's right.
Barry, you stamped into my office. You all but accused Mona Best of attempted murder and guilty flight.
Now, don't have a seizure. I said not to bother just now because a shaft of daylight suddenly shone in my head.
And the delirium tells you?
That Mona Best is not in Mexico.
Is not?
No.
But you traced it to a plane leaving New York. I placed her in a Mexican airport.
We only checked the name, Mona Best. Could have been anybody, a stand-in, a proxy, say. Said proxy reassumed her own identity on arriving in Mexico. That's why a Mona Best cannot be found.
You've got a notion there.
Bet I've got the answer to a cute technique somebody developed to get away with murder. The murder of Mona Best. I reported the purported death of his wife to my skeptical client, Killer Best.
Craig, the heat's got you. Mona's as alive as you and I.
I don't think so.
Moreover, I'm not so sure I can accept Mona as a suspect in these attempts on my life.
Right now, I'm not so sure I can either. Except Mona as a suspect, that is.
Now you're talking at cross purposes. You said before...
To catch your reaction. No, Mona wasn't behind the attempts on you. As a matter of fact, there never were real attempts on your life.
Now, look here.
You staged them. You poisoned yourself just enough. You stabbed yourself, not too seriously.
Now, why would I hate myself that much?
Because you hated your wife more. I won't right now go into your love for her money. You murdered Mona Best. Then you staged phony attempts on your own life to throw suspicion on her, so her absence would be accounted for. So the world would think Mona Best ran away into hiding, a fugitive from justice. You were smart, really brilliant, except for one fatal flaw. Want to know where your trick failed?
I can't stop you from talking rot.
A fugitive from the police wouldn't make plane reservations in her own name. She'd use an alias. Only thing, you had to have the name of Mona Best on the flight sheet so as to hoodwink the police. You murdered Mona before you staged the so-called attempts on yourself. The social secretary, Candy Joplin, is with you in the scheme. It was she who probably posed as Mona Best on the telephone with me that first time. So was some obliging proxy in with you. I mean, the one who took the plane ride to Acapulco. You sure get girls to cooperate, handsome. Now, the high-voltage question is, where are your wife's remains?
In a culvert. Up near our hunting lodge. I didn't kill her, Craig. It was an accident. We were out hunting deer in season. Mona did weird things with camouflage. I shot her accidentally. I was in a panic. I didn't think the truth.
Cut. You're confusing me with the jury. Even if you convinced me, I couldn't acquit you. I'm only the guy making the arrest, client.
You've been listening to William Gargan in another exciting transcribed mystery drama from the adventures of Barrie Craig, confidential investigator. Tonight's story, Screen for Murder, was written by John Robert. Next week, it's the strange story titled Murder in 3 Acts, about which Barrie Craig has this to say.
Next week, a blonde, a bookie, and a gentleman of no distinction form a partnership in crime, only to find that the road to the hot seat is paved with bad intentions. Good night, folks. See you next week.
The National Broadcasting Company has brought you Barrie Craig, confidential investigator, starring William Gargan. Featured in the role of Candy was Fran Carlin. This is Don Pardo speaking.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
William Gargan stars as Barrie Craig, confidential investigator.
There's one chap around who never fails to electrify you. He sure can turn it on and turn it off. Am I referring to the state executioner, I wonder?
National Broadcasting Company presents William Gargan in another transcribed drama of mystery and adventure with America's #1 detective, Barrie Craig, confidential investigator.
Barrie Craig speaking. A confidential cop enjoys a certain public popularity. He gets haberdashers' circulars in the mail, anonymous threatening letters scented with perfume. And he gets invited to parties. A fancy shindig is thrown somewhere, a special invitation is tossed at Ye Cop, and no RSVP to it. The host wants you so badly, he comes your way to invite you in person. My would-be host in this one was Badger Boris, the sort of guy newspaper society columns call a bon vivant in French. Bon vivant meaning Boris slept all day and stayed up all night. And when the cabbage got thin, all he had to do was go to the bank. The short, moon-faced guy who looked like a cherub weaned on pasteurized champagne.
You will, of course, be paid handsomely, Mr. Craig.
Paid yet for coming to your big blowout. Now I'm really overwhelmed. Stand aside for a body fall.
Then you agree to come?
After you give me the other inducements.
Well, fine foods. I've ordered 200 pounds of buffalo steak.
What do I wash it down with?
Liqueur Quisette.
What's that?
A Mohammedan beverage. I had it specially flown here from Istanbul.
What's for dessert?
Raisin cake. A plebeian touch to offset the noxious effects of a too rich repast.
Rich. I just felt the whack of that word. How prosperous will I be going home in the early a.m.?
Your fee will be $1,000.
Money flown in from Istanbul?
Oh, no. American money.
I'm your slave, Sahib. Sketch out the requirements of my assignment now.
I'm giving an intimate costume party for certain selected friends. A masquerade, you understand. You've perhaps read about other famous parties I've given in the past.
Who hasn't? Your parties generally make the front pages and the police blotter. Brawls. They always break up in bloody brawls.
You are, unfortunately, accurate. You will circulate with the guests, and when you sense that any of them are becoming too disputatious...
Too hotted up.
You will then exercise a tranquilizing influence.
Exactly what do I do there?
Well, strictly entre nous. A blow shrewdly delivered to the stomach, say, where the damage cannot be seen. I don't want a lawsuit against me.
Where do I cart the horizontal guest after I stiffen him?
I have an emergency room set aside. You'll find bandages, smelling salts, and restoratives in it.
Well, that's my job. Bouncer with kid gloves.
And a tuxedo. You must wear a tuxedo. And, of course, a mask. You were an honored guest, too. Oh, and one other small chore.
Don't tell me. Dilettantes, you said. On my side of the street, we call them deadbeats and freeloaders. They live piling up IOUs. A party sideline with them sometimes is palming somebody's jewels or wallet.
Yes. You will prevent any theft. I don't want that disgrace. Well, are we agreed?
One item remains. I'll need $10 on account. On account of I've got to rent a tux. I attended the party wearing a straitjacket, a tuxedo, a mask, and a noose around my neck. That would be the black bow tie. An intimate crowd like Badger Boris had promised. Everybody in costume and mask. And all of them milling around the food and drink, and each other. I got up on a balcony for a better view of the menagerie. Up on the balcony with me was a society photographer. A guy in striped pants who looked like an unemployed diplomat. He was taking flashbulb pictures. I watched him until I felt a hot breath on my neck.
Mr. Craig.
Oh, how are you, boss?
Call me Mr. Boris, please. I dislike informality.
You've got a problem?
This is the wrong station for you here on the balcony.
It is?
I don't like you looking down on my guests.
I'm not. They're looking up to me.
Mingling with them, you can overhear and anticipate. Prevent any disorder by forestalling it.
Okay, I'll get down off my perch.
Besides, the ladies below resent the standoffish male. You must dance with them and flatter them. And be witty.
Witty? Say, can you tell me a few fast jokes? I got down and mingled. I wrestled through a few dances with a lady who had one stomach in front of her and one in reserve. She was costumed as a witch and wore a pink mask.
You dance beautifully, Mr.
No name dropping. Everybody's incognito until midnight. That's how Boris wants it. This step I'm doing, lady,
Yes?
it's a one-step. My grandfather had no further use for it, so he gave it to me.
I love being gay.
Oh, do you, my potted flower?
Your wit, it is a sharp rapier's thrust.
Don't let me slice off too much of your funny bone now. Shall we trip it over to the punch bowl?
No, I prefer this intoxication. Your strong arm.
Why, barking dogs. Lady, once more around, I'll need an oxygen tent.
Why, you are unusually winded. All right, you rest somewhere. My headdress is awry. I'll go repair it.
Godspeed and amen.
We'll meet out on the patio in 5 minutes.
Oh, 20. I don't want to overdo this.
In 20 minutes. It will be midnight then. We'll unmask together.
A rendezvous on the patio. 2 alone under the moon. Me and an oversized dame dying to kick me around for kicks. Earning a living sure came hard. Midnight happened, like it usually does. I sneaked off to look for my witch on the patio. The patio was sleek flagstone with a floral display on it like a high-class funeral parlor. There was a moon that had a bloodshot look to it, as if it didn't sleep days. It was a small wind that poets and advertising copywriters like to call zephyrs. I found my bewitching witch on a love-seat swing made out of wrought iron. She had her arms outstretched like a snake about to give you constrictions. The rest of her was in a sprawl. When I reached her, my worries ceased. She wasn't being amorous. She was asleep as if she'd passed out. 2 seconds later, I changed my diagnosis. She was in another condition altogether. She was defunct, dead. There was blood all over her costume, like she'd been stabbed over the heart by a knife or a dagger. But the weapon wasn't around. At least I couldn't see it. But then the way the situation stacked up, I had eyes only for the corpse. I conducted some postmortems with my client, Badger Boris. I checked over his guest list. 12 guests. Is that the net count, Boris?
Yes, 12 excluding you, Mr. Craig. But then you weren't really a guest.
Who was the murder victim?
Cora Wilmer.
Cora Wilmer. Let me see. I don't find her name on your guest list. How come?
Cora Wilmer, the late Cora Wilmer, I mean, crashed the party. Symbolically enough, she was the 13th guest.
Tell me about Cora.
Gross, foolish, and very rich. A middle-aged matron, miserably in quest of the elixir of youth.
Chop it up.
Cora was 50. She affected the mannerisms of 20.
That sounds like a young husband in the picture she was trying to keep up with.
Astute of you. Yes, there was a younger husband. A bit player in theatricals whose dream is to play Hamlet, the melancholy Dane.
Was he here tonight?
You have the guest list.
Yeah. Mark Wilmer. What costume was he wearing?
I've already given you a clue.
Hamlet, the melancholy Great Dane. How did Cora and Mark feel about each other, or don't you know?
I would venture that they despised each other. May and December, Mr. Craig. The seasons are inimical and antithetical.
You keep clobbering me with words. Call Mark Wilmer in here for a little questioning.
I can't. He's gone home.
I gave orders. Nobody leaves.
Mark Wilmer or any of my guests don't respond to orders, as you will discover.
Cora crashed, you say, but Mark was an invited guest. Then who came coupled with Mark?
Oh, the Queen of Sheba.
Yeah, I saw the costume. A dish in harem silk with a ruby glued to her forehead. Who was she on this guest list?
Rita Romaine.
Heat wave?
Yes, if you must express it so commonly. She was the poster girl for the Inter-Allied Fruit Pickers Convention last year. Boat manufacturers proclaimed her Miss Cabin Cruiser of 1953. And Mark nominated her to be Queen Empress of his heart, soul, and liver.
You're trying awfully hard to supply me with a motive, Boris.
Am I? And I thought I was being so ingeniously subtle.
A May-December marriage that ended in divorce by murder, and a doll who won the hearts of married men. I hurried over to the Wilmer house. There was a wind nipping it up. The parlor floor lights were on brightly, and a piano was going. A late hour, kind of, for a piano. It was 4 a.m. I decided not to announce myself. Instead, I crossed the big lawn and found a station just outside the big French window. There was a hard-looking character inside, standing over the pianist. He had the look of a private eye. I made that guess anyhow. I also guessed the pianist to be the new widower, Mark Wilmer. I got an earful.
Wilmer.
Yes?
You're ignoring me, Sonny. You got lost in Beethoven.
Liszt. I'm playing Liszt.
Now let's start playing truth or consequences, huh? I hear I lost a rich client.
Yes, you have. Cora is dead. But you have a new client now.
That's you.
Yes, me.
Sounds like you're trying to bribe me.
I'll be accused of it. They'll say I murdered my wife for her money.
Money? And how? A lot of loot falls into your lap.
They'll say I did it to be free to marry Rita Romaine. That I was secretly in love with Rita.
Which you are, Sonny.
They'll subpoena Gurko, a private detective, and put him on the witness stand.
And I'll testify the late Cora Wilmer hired me on the QT. I was to check with her once every 24 hours and see if she was still alive. She was that scared.
Cora pretended her fear to humiliate me.
I've got other facts, Sonny, in my little notebook. I read this off to the court. February 16th at 10 p.m., the defendant, Mark Wilmer, attempted strangling his wife, Cora. Dr. Enright treated her for throat bruises and shot.
Cora baited me into assaulting her, to hold a weapon over me, to keep me from ever leaving her.
Maybe, but who'll believe you?
That's why you're working for me now.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You know, what you're asking is a lot, Sonny. I got a big investment in my license.
A lot of loot falls into my lap. How much do you like money, Gurko?
Oh, who doesn't like money? The bribe has to come pretty high for me to be tempted to forget my duty.
It will be high. Even higher than your dreams, Gurko.
A big bribe. Offer and acceptance. Some husbands had their own tender way of mourning the dead. I'd really gotten an earful. When the private-eye Gurko had wrapped up his deal and scrammed, I walked in through the big French windows and introduced myself to Mark Wilmer.
Police persecution is beginning early.
Early? Your wife's very cold. She's been dead 100 years.
I don't like your informal entrance, Mr. Craig.
Next murder, I'll come down the chimney.
How long have you been outside those windows?
How long? Oh, I only just arrived. Now, that's a funny question.
Please get your business over with. I'm dog-tired and verging on collapse.
The $64 question. Answer it for me.
I did not murder Cora Wilmer.
You had motive to. Your marriage wasn't too divine. There was another woman in your life.
We had certain incompatibilities, my wife Cora and I. But we reconciled them tonight. We made peace with each other, patched things up, decided to give ourselves another try.
But you escorted Rita Romaine to Boris's party.
That's untrue. I went to Boris's with my wife. I found Miss Romaine there.
That's your story.
That's the truth.
Boris says otherwise. Why would Boris lie?
Ask Boris.
I will. What made you reconcile with a wife you obviously, would say, disliked?
Futility. Cora couldn't be discarded decently in an adult way. She had a way of insinuating herself, taking hold and holding on. I couldn't stand up to the war against her. It was too wearing, too morbid. I realized that and gave up trying to win my freedom from her.
You gave up Rita Romaine?
I gave up dreaming.
But now with your wife conveniently dead?
My personal situation isn't improved. It's worse.
You mean jail?
I mean jail.
Not if you're innocent of murder.
That won't matter. I'll deny it, but I'll be condemned. The outlook is very black. I married for money. That's a count against me. I had violent scenes with my wife. I loved another woman. That will hang me.
Pretty fatalistic outlook.
I'm a realist. Hard luck has dogged me since I can remember. I'm never on top of a life situation. I've lived my life without a laugh, without a light moment.
I'll cry the day after tomorrow. You were Hamlet in costume at tonight's party.
Yes, I was. If you like, Here it is.
The belt around the waist with the scabbard attached.
What about it?
The scabbard is empty. Where's the dagger that goes with it?
Dagger? I didn't know that there was it. Was that how Cora was murdered?
A dagger into the heart.
Oh. I told you I'd deny it, but I'd be condemned anyhow. A missing dagger in my costume. It's typical of my luck.
Then you won't try to explain it?
I can't explain it, Mr. Craig. I can't explain it because I simply don't know.
A guy on the edge of becoming delirious, you leave him for another day, a calmer time. Besides, I needed sleep myself. I got into my car. I just pulled away from the curb when I got notice that sleep was going to be a missing ingredient in my future. A try at murder number 2. Yours truly, the victim. I drove around the block and around again with my headlights out, watching for a car somewhere to come to light, start up and show the glow of its taillight. My car was the only way the rifleman could quit the area. The area was suburban, way off of the main hub. No taxis, no bus lines, and it was 4 a.m. Somebody had to try and escape by an automobile parked somewhere in the vicinity. All I had to do was cruise around and watch and hope. When I saw it, I saw the taillight first. A car starting up a half block away, pulling away from the curb. I raced over to it. I cut across its path, trapping it. A lady motorist took offense at what I'd done.
Mister, you're in my way.
That was the understatement of the century. I got out to go hunt for a rifle. Sorry to be so melodramatic, miss. Romaine, isn't it?
Yes. How did you know my name?
Search me. It was the first name that popped into my head. I want to look in the back of your car, beautiful.
You have no right.
Don't please overplay the indignation, doll. I'm a detective. I'm at work. Well, I don't find it.
Find what?
A rifle used on me a little while ago.
This whole thing is absurd.
Yes, isn't it? I'd apologize, only I found something even more exciting than a rifle.
You found something?
Right on the back seat, wedged into a cushion. A dagger, beautiful. More specifically, a blood-stained dagger. We kept company, the Queen of Sheba and me, in a roadside diner. We split a gallon of black coffee down the middle while she poured out her sad tale.
I tell you, I don't know how to explain that dagger, Mr. Craig.
Mr. Craig? It's too early in the morning for stiff formality.
Very.
What were you doing parked down the street from the Wilmer place?
I'd gone to see Mark. How he was. Just outside, starting up his walk, I thought better of it. It looked too compromising at that hour. I changed my mind. I went back to my car.
You went to see Mark Wilmer hardly 2 hours after the murder of his wife?
Yes, I know it was terribly foolish, but I've never made a secret of my feeling for Mark.
So confess it to me.
I'm desperately in love with him. It's not so shameful as it seems. You see, I knew Mark first, before Cora did. We were engaged to be married. We had wonderful plans. But Mark was afraid of our poverty. We were surely defeated because of the desperate lack of money, he said. Our marriage could not succeed. He kept adding postponement,
until Cora happened along.
Rich, possessive. She played on Mark's weakness. His insecurity, his overvalue of money.
She bought him.
Mark never really broke our engagement. He just eloped with Cora.
Why would your recent party host, Badger Boris, try to throw suspicion on Mark?
To hurt me, through Mark. Boris, well, he fancies me. I've laughed at his advances, turned down his proposals of marriage, but Boris doesn't forget, or even forgive. He harbors grudges. He's a horribly twisted egotist.
Did you go to the party with Mark Wilmer?
No, I came alone. Mark came with Cora.
And Boris did lie to me. I now have 3 capital suspects.
3 suspects?
Mark, wanting out of his marriage, out with profit. You to get rid of a rival who'd stolen your dearly beloved. And now Badger Boris to beat you over the head by framing the man you love. Now let's go, doll.
I'm under arrest?
House custody. Your own house, this is. The dagger was too conveniently where I could find it. I don't think you could be that careless about a murder weapon. Or could you? While catching a snooze on my office chair, a visitor barged in. The private eye, Gurko, just a little tipsy, like he'd been celebrating something. Celebrating his windfall was my idea, but I wasn't saying it aloud.
Barrie Craig?
None other than...
Well, hello, colleague. Gurko's the name. I'm a private dick like you.
The assumption is debatable.
I don't get the Craig.
It's a delicate question of morals, but skip it. What brings you staggering?
I'm here to say my piece about Mark Wilmer.
So say it.
Wilmer is an okay guy. He's a good, upstanding man, I want you to know.
And very rich. That is, if he beats the electric chair.
I investigated Wilmer, turned him inside out. Not a spot on him, not a blemish. The boy can look the world square in the eye.
Goodbye.
I'm not finished.
You are. It's either out the door or through it.
Oh, you're unsocial.
I don't like investigators who talk glibly in their own cause. Out.
You know something? You're nuts. Now, why did I come talk to a nut? The way I keep knocking myself out defending people.
I got Boris on the phone.
Hello?
Boris, this is Barrie Craig speaking.
Oh, you woke me up.
It's noon. Time to rise and shine.
What do you want?
Those party photographs I saw being taken last night. I want them.
Why?
Well, a lot of reasons. One of them is I want to see if Mark Wilmer wore a dagger and a scabbard on his costume.
I'm afraid I must disappoint you.
Meaning?
I destroyed the pictures.
Come again?
The party was such a distressing bore, Mr. Craig. Hardly worth the sentimental memorial of pictures. I dislike preserving dismal memories, so I destroyed the pictures. Do you find me eccentric?
Only phony. Phony as a $9 bill. Goodbye. I stopped in to see Badger Boris personally, without appointment.
You have no business molesting me.
I know. Home is your castle. The pictures or the negatives, I want them, Boris.
But I told you I destroyed them.
Yeah, you told me. The memory of last night is acid in your soul. So why preserve it? Cute ad lib. You've got a genius for evasion. Now come across.
I'll have you thrown out of here.
We'll hit the sidewalk together. We'll ride downtown arm in arm. So close because we're handcuffed together. Let's measure your wrist for size.
You would dare handcuff me?
And arrest you. Suspicion of murder. You're sure going to look elegant penned up with the rabble. Well?
Well, you argue resourcefully. You've uncovered my one weak spot. I am allergic to odors. I could never tolerate the reek of your prison rabble. The negatives, you'll find them in that cabinet there. The bottom drawer. Take them and go.
I'll take them and go after you write a check for $1,000. My agreed fee for last night's rhubarb. Don't look so pained, host. I had the negatives developed, 8 rolls of them. I had them developed with a prayer that my hunch on the film would pay off. When I got a look at the developed pictures, I went traveling. Downtown to a Park Row office with a shingle on it that read the Gurko Agency. I let myself in with a skeleton key to wait for Gurko. I wanted to surprise Gurko with a bang. Gurko rolled in at the stroke of 3. I waited until his head showed. Then I came down on the target. Oh! When he came to enough to stare up at me groggily, we got down to cases.
You slugged me, Craig. Why?
Precaution to take the fight out of you. I checked into your background a bit. What you did before you became a blackmailing shamus. You were a champ boxer, runner-up for the light heavyweight title. I didn't relish coming to blows with you. I want my nose looking exactly like it looks.
What's your play?
An arrest. I'm arresting you for blackmail and murder.
I said you were a nut.
I developed rolls of film taken at Boris's costume party. Mark Wilmer never carried a dagger in his scabbard. I've got pictures covering the whole evening. No dagger ever in Mark Wilmer's costume.
So what?
Boris's guest list totaled 12, so Boris said. Boris was faking. It was actually 13 officially. He wanted me to think Cora Wilmer crashed the party, and that Mark Wilmer came with Rita.
All over my head, Craig.
Try getting up, I'll crack down on you. I've got pictures showing that there was even more than 13 guests. That's excluding me. On one picture, I count 14. 14 guests. The 14th was the murderer. Boris knew it, but he tried to cover it up. Not that he wanted to spare you, Gurko, but because he preferred seeing Mark Wilmer take the rap. He hoped to frame Mark. Your turn to talk.
Craig, what kind of guy are you?
Try me out.
That's better. I didn't figure you to be an angel. I didn't see any wings. 50-50. We'll split a fortune.
If I shut up about your murdering your own client, Cora Wilmer, so you could blackmail her widowed husband?
Yeah, that was the play. Mark was a frightened pigeon. Forget Cora, Craig. Nobody cried when she died. It comes out fine for everybody. Mark and the doll, Rita, they get married. They got dough. And you and me, we got dough.
It still needs a fall guy.
Boris, we'll pin it on Boris. We'll switch it around. Boris was out to frame a guy he hated, Mark Wilmer. I'll think up a way.
Like you planted the dagger in Rita's car?
Well, I did that to confuse things. Take some of the heat off Mark.
And that rifle shot at me?
Well, that was to scare you away. Only that. Hang the frame on Boris. Make him the fall guy. I think I know a way, Craig.
Don't pick your brains too hard. The little gray matter you've got, Gurko, concentrate on how you can beat the electric chair.
Oh. It's like that, huh? You suck at me. No deal. You're turning me in, huh?
That's right.
Why?
I could say for the honor of the profession, colleague. But, that would be corny, wouldn't it?
The National Broadcasting Company has brought you Barrie Craig, Confidential Investigator, starring William Gargan. Featured in the role of Rita was Jane Webb. Don Pardo speaking.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
William Gargan stars as Barrie Craig, Confidential Investigator.
Murderers may have their difficulties, but they do have one advantage over the rest of us. Their work may be killing, but it's not they who get killed.
Coleman, America's leader in modern automatic home heating equipment, and the National Broadcasting Company present William Gargan in another transcribed drama of mystery and adventure with America's #1 detective, Barrie Craig, Confidential Investigator. But before we bring you tonight's story, a word from Coleman, America's leader in modern automatic home heating equipment.
Hey, Pop, what are you doing?
Setting the clock, boy.
What for, Pop?
Getting up early tomorrow. Gotta go get us a Coleman heater while the big bonus sale is on.
Yes, now's the time to plan ahead for a warm house all winter. Buy your Coleman heater during Coleman's bonus sale. You get 3 big bonuses.
A new low price.
Now you can get a Coleman oil or gas heater at a new low price.
A new low operating cost.
You'll save up to 25% on heating bills because Coleman has exclusive fuel air control. Gives you maximum heat from the fuel you use.
And a 32-piece set of Libby Safe Edge glassware worth $14 in any store, free with your Coleman oil or gas heater.
Get these 3 big bonuses during Coleman's big bonus sale. This offer is for a short time only, so see your Coleman dealer tomorrow. Look for his name in your telephone directory.
Remember, comfort costs so little with a Coleman.
Barrie Craig speaking. I suppose the classic position in which confidential investigators are generally supposed to be found is lurking in a doorway. I was in such a position this particular evening, but I wasn't enjoying it. For one thing, the doorway was drafty. For another, it was raining outside. And for a third, if that's necessary, I hadn't liked the assignment in the first place. All I had to do was wait in a doorway until a man named Sam Jenkins made an appearance, then go home. The next morning, I'd type up a report to the effect that Sam Jenkins was seen leaving 1012 East 43rd Street at 11:01 p.m. the previous night, and mail it to his business associates. Generally, there's a check in the return mail, all of which is fine, but not especially exciting, except that sometimes it gets exciting anyway.
Am I blocking your view, mister?
That would depend on what I was looking at.
Let's say the house across the street.
It's a large house.
I'm a large man.
I've noticed that.
Well, then why not take a walk down the street?
I like it here.
Look, mister, why don't you go find yourself a keyhole to peep through and save yourself some trouble?
Maybe I like trouble. You figuring on making some for me?
Okay. I think I'm going to enjoy this.
Enjoy what? Slugs in your stomach? The gun's loaded. I've got a license for it, and I'd be delighted to explain the whole thing to the police. It's your move.
You feel pretty brave standing there behind a gun, don't you?
Not especially. I just happen to be working, and I don't like interruptions.
I'll get in touch with you some other time, wise guy.
Please do. Goodbye. The large gentleman moved down the street, turned the corner, and that was the end of it, for the time being. It was a pretty obvious effort to make me stop watching the house opposite, and Jenkins exit therefrom. It hadn't worked, though. At least at the time, I thought it hadn't. By the time a couple of hours had rolled by, I wasn't so sure. The rain had stopped, and the night was getting old. Jenkins was still in the house opposite. He wasn't supposed to know I was following him and reporting to his associates. Up until the time I made my move across the street, I was pretty sure he hadn't known. That didn't explain why he was still in the house. I decided he might just as well find out about me.
Yes?
Oh, excuse me. I'm looking for a man named Sam Jenkins.
That sounds like a very dull thing to be looking for.
I'm a very dull type. Still, in my own dull way, I'd like to speak to Mr. Jenkins.
Oh, don't misunderstand me. I've no objections to your speaking to Mr. Jenkins.
You're making it a little difficult for me to get at him without running over you.
That sounds as if you thought he was in my house.
He is.
You must have a very good reason for thinking so.
I have. The best of all possible reasons. I saw him go in 3 1/4 hours ago. The time was 9:43 exactly.
He must be a train announcer or something. I mean, who else keeps such careful track of the time?
Investigators do.
Oh, I see.
I don't have a search warrant, Miss...
My name is Lynn Walters.
Barrie Craig's mine. Would you like to look at my credentials?
Oh, I don't really think so.
Okay. As I was saying, I don't have a search warrant, Miss Walters. If I were to force my way into your house, it would be illegal. The licensing board wouldn't pat me approvingly on the head.
Does that matter very much to you?
Matters a great deal. So I'm not going to force my way into your house. I'm going to figure that you're as bright as you look.
Why, thank you, Mr. Craig.
And that, therefore, you're going to ask me in.
Well, at least it's different.
What is?
Your approach. But it's terribly late. I'm alone in the house.
My offer to show you my credentials still holds.
I guess you can come in.
Thanks.
Now, are you going to ransack the house thoroughly, searching in every nook and cranny for, Sam Jenkins, I think you said?
I said Sam Jenkins. And, of course, I'm not going to search the house.
What?
That little routine at the front door could have given half a dozen Sam Jenkinses time to get out through the back door.
But I thought you said there was only one Sam Jenkins.
All right. Then he could have left 6 times.
Mr. Craig, you're losing your temper.
You could say that. Also, it happens to be true. Sure, I'm losing my temper. Partially because you're a fool.
I am?
I can testify on oath that Sam Jenkins entered this house tonight. The fact that I didn't see him leave isn't of any great importance. I would have preferred to include it in my report to my employer, however. That's the only reason I rang your doorbell. You stalled me and gave Jenkins a chance to get out the back way. I don't mind particularly.
Then why did you lose your temper?
Because I'm a sucker for pretty women. I like to think that their lives are as clean and as clear as their skin and eyes and hair.
A very pretty speech, Mr. Craig.
Yeah. And the funny part of it is I mean it. Good night, Miss Walters.
Wait. I never thought very highly of men in your particular profession, Mr. Craig.
That's okay. Neither have I.
But I suppose it can be an honest and decent job.
I try to make it so.
Suppose Sam Jenkins were here, and you reported him. Would that be very bad?
For whom?
For Sam?
According to the story furnished me with my fee when I accepted the job, Sam Jenkins' partners suspected that he was releasing confidential information about the firm's operations, releasing them to people who would then be able to compete unfairly with the firm to which Jenkins belonged. According to further information given me, you were one of those people. Jenkins' associates wanted to be sure, however, that he was in contact with you before proceeding to take whatever steps they would then deem necessary. They can be sure now.
Suppose I told you that it wasn't quite that simple, Mr. Craig.
I'm afraid I wouldn't believe you.
Because you think I'm a liar?
Because I always believe a client until I'm forced to think otherwise.
I can force you to think otherwise, Mr. Craig, by telling you what's really behind all this.
That's up to you. I'm not asking.
I understand. Mr. Craig, Sam's partners are two men named Griffith and Swenson. Sam owns half the firm. They own the other half. They've been trying for years now to force Sam to sell his half of the partnership and leave the business. They haven't been successful.
Maybe that's so. But what difference does it make as far as my report goes?
The reason they want that report is because Sam Jenkins is married. His wife is a very jealous woman. If you turn that report into them, they'll take it to his wife, or perhaps they'll threaten to unless Sam sells out.
I don't handle divorce cases.
Well, Griffith and Swenson must have known that. That's why they told you the story they did.
You can prove this?
It's true, but how can a thing like that be proved?
Good night, Miss Walters.
You're going to send a report in?
So far tonight, 2 people have tried to stop me from reporting on Jenkins. Yourself and...
Myself and who?
He didn't give his name, but he was a large man. Maybe 6'2", broad-shouldered, dark-skinned, light eyes, gray maybe, or blue. He wore... Miss Walters. She fainted. It was a genuine faint. She hit the floor solidly. I tried to get her out of it by shaking her a bit, but it didn't work. A little first aid would be necessary. I'd need water. It was a fairly large house. I had a little trouble finding the kitchen. Finally, I found it. I found something else, too, though. Sam Jenkins. But a Sam Jenkins who wouldn't walk through any more doorways because he'd walked through the last one into death. Here. Try drinking some of this.
What? Oh. Thank you.
Feel better?
I suppose so. I guess I fainted, didn't I?
You fainted. Here, let me help you up.
Oh.
Hey, better grab a chair.
Yeah. That was very silly of me.
What's his name, the boy with the broad shoulders?
You mean Baldwin? Oh, you tricked me into answering that.
Is there any reason why I shouldn't know his name?
It doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Maybe you're right. I got the water you've been drinking in the kitchen.
From everything I hear, that's an awfully good place to get water.
I ran into something while I was there. Something I hadn't expected.
Are you going to complain about my housekeeping?
Maybe. I don't think you tidied up as well as you might have.
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
I think you're the one who ought to call the police, Miss Walters. They might give you a better break if you did.
Call the police? About domestic untidiness?
Yeah. When that untidiness includes a corpse. I'm not very good at being subtle about things.
What are you trying to say?
I told you I was in your kitchen. Someone else was there, too. Someone who's going to stay there until he's carried away.
Sam?
Sam Jenkins, yes.
You must be mistaken.
There are a lot of things I could be mistaken about, but they don't include corpses.
I don't understand how
He was stabbed. I didn't touch the knife, but from what I could see of it, it came from someone's kitchen. I'd say the odds were that it came from yours. She didn't faint again. She just turned white. After a while, she had a look at what was lying on our kitchen floor. Maybe she'd seen the body before, maybe not. She managed to make her phone call, and the police arrived. I wasn't there to greet them, though, because I'd managed to persuade her to furnish me with Mr. Baldwin's first name. It was Frank. She didn't know, or at least she said she didn't know, his address. I went back to my original employer to make my report in person.
What is it?
Barrie Craig, Mr. Griffith.
Just a moment. What on earth
You've got neighbors. I don't think they'd be interested.
I'm sorry. Come in.
Thank you.
I presume you have something to report, Craig, but isn't your zeal a little excessive? It's 1 a.m.
I know it's 1 a.m.
I can't imagine anything being so urgent that it requires waking me at this hour.
How about murder?
Are you drunk?
No.
Who was murdered?
Your former associate, Sam Jenkins.
Well, that's impossible.
Why? Did you think he was immortal?
No, of course not, but this is quite a shock to me, Craig. Mind if I sit down?
Not at all. I don't understand why it's such a shock, though. You wanted to get rid of him.
I don't like the way you put that. Swenson and I were convinced he was selling the firm out. Therefore, we decided to take steps about it, but...
Steps short of murder?
Would we have employed you if violence was our intention?
That's the point. It's probably even a good one. But before I give you the rest of the report, who's Frank Baldwin?
Frank? Oh, yes, well, he was a rather well-known football player at one time. I think he was engaged to marry Lynn Walters. Nothing ever happened. Since then, he's been around. So far as I know, he hasn't earned an honest dollar since he left school.
He's grown a lot, though. Sam Jenkins was found dead in the kitchen of Lynn Walters' home.
Lynn Walters' home? Then he was seeing her.
Your ideas about that seem to have been correct. However, I'd like a little reassurance on one point.
What's that?
According to Lynn Walters, the reason you wanted him followed to her place, the reason you wanted me to turn in an official report to that effect, was because Jenkins' wife is insanely jealous. Again, according to Miss Walters, you were to use that report as a club over Jenkins' head to force him into leaving the firm.
Well, this is complete nonsense.
Okay. Now, since Jenkins is dead, I don't suppose that there's any further reason you'd want me to stay on in your employ, is there?
I suppose not. We'll send you a check in the morning.
Fine. And that, of course, means you're not my client anymore, Mr. Griffith.
Yes, I suppose that's correct.
I think it's fine, because now I can tell you that you're a liar. I didn't slam the door behind me, but I left. I didn't report to Swenson either. Griffith would take care of that. I went looking for a man named Frank Baldwin, who hadn't earned an honest dollar for years. A man who at one time had been engaged to Lynn Walters and might still be in love with her. A man who had known that the front door of her house was being watched, and who might have checked on the back door, the one that led to the kitchen. Hello, Baldwin.
Oh. Number 6 ball in the side pocket.
Hey, that was a nice shot.
Thanks.
Also proves you've got nerves of steel.
Look, run away. You annoy me.
I'm just beginning to annoy you, Baldwin. Don't you want to know how I found out your name?
I'm not interested.
You should be. When old girlfriends start talking about a man...
What old girlfriend?
Lynn Walters.
She told you my name? Lynn wouldn't have done that.
Maybe not, under ordinary circumstances. But a girl who suddenly discovers herself to be supplied with a corpse in the kitchen is likely to lose her head.
What are you trying to give me?
A bad time. How am I doing?
You still got that gun?
I've got it, but it's in my pocket now. I'm not working, you might say.
Let's go for a walk, huh?
Sure. Oh, leave your cue stick here, though.
Oh, I'm terribly absent-minded. Come on.
Kind of late, isn't it?
Depends on the hours you keep. Listen, I gotta know. You said something about a corpse in Lynn's kitchen. Who was it?
Who do you think?
I'm not thinking, I'm asking.
Okay, don't get excited. It's no secret by this time. Sam Jenkins.
You sure of that?
I saw him.
There's something wrong.
Because there was a corpse, you mean? Or because it was the wrong corpse?
I don't think we're going to carry this conversation on any further. I gotta go pay a couple of visits.
Okay. But, before you do, Baldwin...
Yeah?
Have you got any reason to worry about a parked car down the block a bit?
A parked car? Why should I worry about it?
I don't know, but the motor is idling. The lights are off. It could be waiting for somebody. Maybe you, maybe me.
You're just wasting time. My time. So long.
So long.
Baldwin! Baldwin!
He could be paged from now to doomsday, Mr. Baldwin, but he wouldn't answer. Mr. Baldwin hadn't known it, but he had a lot to worry about. Now he had no more worries. A half-dozen bullets had cut him almost in half.
Barry.
Yes, Lieutenant Rogers.
You think you could spot the car if you saw it again?
Well, in view of the fact that they make 100,000 like it every year in Detroit, I might have a little trouble.
They wouldn't have been using their own license plates.
Professionals never do.
Barry, does this tie up with the Jenkins killing?
Of course it does.
We didn't hold the Wallace girl. Maybe we should have.
Did you have any good reasons to?
One advantage of being a policeman is you don't always have to have a good reason, at least not for a while.
You mean Lynn Walters could have arranged to have Mr. Baldwin knocked off?
I mean she could have done it herself.
Oh, it's a possibility, but I don't think so.
Well, maybe we didn't have evidence that she killed Jenkins, Barry. We don't have evidence that she didn't either.
How long ago did you release the girl?
An hour ago, maybe.
Well, that's too bad. She would have had enough time. Have you got any men on her at the house?
Plainclothesmen out in front.
There's also a back door.
I know that, but I didn't expect this.
Neither did Baldwin. You won't need me now, will you?
What good would it do me if I said yes?
Thanks, Trav. I'm going to visit Lynn Walters.
In the spirit of good, clean fun?
Not exactly.
Preventive medicine?
Not that either. I think maybe I might acquire a new client.
Oh, Mr. Craig.
Mr. Craig, mind if I come in?
I guess not. After tonight, I very much doubt I'll ever mind anything again.
You'll get over it. That is, if you haven't been going around killing people.
I didn't kill Sam. Wait, you said people. Does that mean...
Yes. It means someone else has been killed, too. I hope it comes as a surprise to you.
Well, of course it does. I don't even know who... Who was it?
Judging from all indications, Sam Jenkins was a boyfriend of yours.
He was a friend.
All right, we'll accept that version for the time being. You had another friend at one time.
Frank Baldwin?
Yes. This doesn't seem to be a very good season for friends of yours.
You mean it was Frank who died?
Let's not be delicate. I mean it was Frank who was murdered.
I suppose I should react more strongly to that. I can't. I'm completely numb.
If that's the truth, I think you ought to hire yourself a detective. You're going to need one.
Why?
Sam Jenkins was killed in your house at a time when you could have been alone with him. Frank Baldwin could have been killed by anyone. Perhaps it's only a coincidence that he died on the same night that Sam Jenkins did. The district attorney is likely to start brooding about that and decide it isn't a coincidence at all.
I can't pretend I don't understand what you're saying. I can't pretend that I care very much either.
Were you in love with Jenkins?
I've already told you he was a friend, a good friend, but nothing more.
In that case, tomorrow morning we'll find you feeling a lot different. Hire me for tomorrow morning, huh?
Well, all right. But why are you so insistent? You need the work?
No, but I've been used in this thing. I don't like being used. I need the standing that having you as my client would give me. Let's say the fee will be $1 per day, no expenses.
That's very cheap.
I don't think it's going to take very long. Now tell me that you didn't kill Jenkins and Baldwin again, please.
I didn't kill Sam Jenkins. I didn't kill Frank Baldwin.
Thanks. You know what the funny part of it is?
What?
99 people out of 100 would be sure that you're lying. I think you're telling the truth. I left. I had a couple of calls to make. I didn't think either of them would take very long. At the salary I was working for, I couldn't afford to let them. Mr. Griffith wasn't at home. It was kind of late for a dignified gentleman like Griffith to be abroad, especially in view of the fuss he'd made when I waked him earlier. Then I thought that perhaps tender solicitude had touched his heart. Perhaps he had gone to console Sam Jenkins' widow. I decided I'd go help him.
Who's there?
The name is Craig, Mrs. Jenkins.
What do you want?
Among other things, I don't want to be shouting through a shut door.
I'm sorry, but it's really quite late.
You're still up.
I don't think that's of any particular concern of yours.
It is. I'm looking for Mr. Griffith.
He's not here.
Sure he's here. His car is parked out front.
Oh, I guess you'd better come in.
Thank you.
Who is that?
Oh, hello, Mr. Griffith.
And why did you...
I saw your car parked in front.
I didn't take my car. I used a taxi. Never mind. Very clever, Craig.
Thanks.
I don't know exactly what you had in mind coming here. You're not employed by me anymore, you know.
I know.
Therefore, you're off the case, and...
Sorry, I'm not off the case. I've just changed employers.
What are you talking about?
To be precise and personal, I'm talking about Lynn Walters.
Miss Walters hired you?
At my suggestion, she did. She got a bargain.
What did she hire you to do?
To make sure that she doesn't wind up taking the rap for 2 murders, Mr. Griffith.
Oh, yes? Are you sure that she didn't commit them?
Of course I'm sure.
Why?
She told me she didn't.
This is ridiculous. I suggest you get out of here immediately, Craig.
Before you call the police?
That's right. If you persist in annoying Mrs. Jenkins and myself...
The trouble is, Mr. Griffith, I'm afraid I'm going to have to annoy you a lot more before I leave.
Tom, I can't take much more of this after Sam's death and all.
Mrs. Jenkins, I don't like to intrude on a lady's grief, but I'm afraid I'll have to. You see, immediately after I terminated my employment with Mr. Griffith, I called him a liar.
I don't care what...
You'd better. Griffith and Swenson hired me to find proof against your husband. Proof that he was betraying professional secrets to a competitive firm. I watched your husband for a while and found that he went nowhere near any such competitor. I did discover, however, that he was paying visits to Lynn Walters. When I reported this to Mr. Griffith, he was delighted. He wanted me to make a final check and turn in a report. Lynn Walters is not a business firm.
Very well, so she isn't. I fail to see why you have to tell us all this.
I didn't discover until I was already on the case that this was a matter of domestic relations and possibly divorce. So far as Lynn Walters knew, she thought that my report would be used to blackmail Sam Jenkins into quitting the firm and giving up his interest in it. But since I find Mr. Griffith here, it becomes obvious that that report was to be used in divorce proceedings. Presumably, the idea was to get rid of Jenkins, not only from the firm, but from your life as well.
Tom, you do something about this man.
Now, look here, Craig. Even if what you say should be true...
Thanks for telling me that it is. We come to something else. While I was watching outside Lynn Walters' house, a man named Frank Baldwin came along and made an effort to get me to leave. I didn't budge. Frank Baldwin himself left.
Well, that's of no interest.
You keep saying that. Why? Because all this is important?
I fail to see what can be important about it.
Just this. His effort to make me move was intentionally weak. He didn't intend to succeed. Furthermore, he knew who I was, which meant that he had been hired to annoy me, but not to move me from my position. Hired by someone who knew that I was being employed to watch Sam Jenkins. The purpose of his approaching me was to make me think that it was Lynn Walters. But Lynn Walters didn't know that Jenkins was being followed. Neither did Jenkins. I know my business well enough to be sure of that.
Are you implying that I hired this man Baldwin?
I'm implying that the murderer of Sam Jenkins and Frank Baldwin hired him.
Why, all this is nonsense. If Baldwin had been hired by the murderer of Sam Jenkins, why did that murderer kill Baldwin, too?
For a simple reason, safety. Whoever did the murders was someone who wanted to be very sure of things. Someone who didn't trust legal processes and divorce courts. Someone who didn't trust the hired allegiance of a thug like Baldwin.
I thought you were an honest fool, Craig. I'm beginning to think now that you're not a fool, and perhaps not honest.
That's why you're waving that gun at me?
Yes, I just want to be sure.
The murderer wanted to be sure, too. But how sure is she? How sure can she ever be?
You mean Lynn Walters did kill Sam?
Lynn Walters isn't the only woman in the case.
Tom, did you hear what he said?
Why, the man's raving.
When Baldwin was gunned down, I was within 100 feet of him. He didn't die immediately. Before he did, he had a chance to tell me who had hired him to serve as a red herring. Who had hired him to keep me pinned out in front of the house while she was killing her husband and back.
No man could have lived to tell you that with half a dozen bullets in him.
How did you know how many bullets he had in him, Mrs. Jenkins, unless you'd shot him yourself? Mr. Griffith, I suggest that you have just captured a dangerous murderer. Keep that revolver on her until the police get here, and, my congratulations. I wasn't particularly happy about the case. I never am when it's a question of murder. No matter how well justice may be served, people have died. sometimes unnecessarily and always violently. I felt depressed. I wondered if Lynn Walters felt depressed, too. I decided to go visit her and match depressions. Funny thing, as soon as I decided to do that, I began to feel a lot less depressed. I wonder why.
You have been listening to William Gargan in another exciting transcribed mystery drama from the adventures of Barrie Craig, confidential investigator. Tonight's story, Kitchens Come with Knives, was written by Lou Vittis. Next week, it's the strange story titled Corpse with a Pedigree, about which Barrie Craig has this to say.
Next week, a professor who marries a shimmy dancer loses face generally, and his life particularly, when a trio of pedigreed heirs find that they have only homicide in common. Good night, folks. See you next week.
Coleman, America's leader in modern automatic home heating equipment, and the National Broadcasting Company have brought you William Gargan, starring as Barrie Craig, confidential investigator. Featured in the role of Lynn was Barbara Weeks. Don Pardo speaking. Every 20 seconds through the year, a fire breaks out in the United States. These fires kill 11,000 persons each year and destroy $7 million worth of property. Protect your home from fire by following these simple safety precautions. Don't smoke in bed or throw away lighted cigarettes. Clean out closets, attics, basements. Repair defective electric equipment and replace worn or frayed wiring. Fires in the home, your home, can and must be prevented.
Tonight, listen to Dragnet on NBC.
Barrie Craig speaking. Being a confidential investigator can easily become an office job, if you've got an office, which I have. And you spend all your time in it, which I don't. Clients cross you up sometimes, though. Joey Carter made a stab in that direction on this particular day. I had a meal at Willie's Wagon, if you could call it a meal.
You're getting sentimental. Which reminds me, there was a guy in here looking for you about an hour ago.
Oh?
Nervous little punk. I gave him your office address.
He must have missed me. An hour ago, I was on my way here.
Yeah?
What was he nervous about?
He didn't whisper nothing in my shell-like ears.
Then how'd you know he was nervous?
He couldn't keep his hand from trembling. The one that was holding the gun, I mean.
Willie had nothing more to offer except the coffee I'd already turned down, so I got out. After Willie explained that my prospective client hadn't exactly been waving his gun around. He'd just been clutching it in his side pocket. Jake, who'd given up a handful of stony acres in Vermont for an elevator cage in the building where I had my office, added a few, very few, well-chosen words.
Hi.
Hello, Jake. Nice day.
Yep.
How have things been on Madison Avenue today?
Dull.
No pretty girls?
I reckon there was.
Now, don't tell me you're getting old.
Busted my glasses.
Oh. Well, tomorrow will be another day.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get up to my office before then.
Oh, I keep forgetting. Going up?
Where else could I go from the ground floor?
I guess you're going up. Other fellow went up, too.
Which other fellow?
One looking for you.
Well, thanks for letting me in on it. Was he a small man?
Yeah.
Nervous?
Yep.
Said he'd wait for me in the office?
Yeah. Ain't come down either.
Which means he's still up there, unless he used the back stairs.
Yeah.
Did he mention why he wanted to see me?
No.
He was carrying a gun, wasn't he?
Oh, you heard about him?
From Willie.
He tried to get a hold of me at the wagon, but...
Fella drink any of Willie's coffee?
I don't know.
You better hurry on to your office, because if that fella did...
Yeah?
He'll be needing major surgery.
Sure exaggerating.
Well, I had some of that coffee when I first come to town, before I knew better.
You're still alive?
Yeah, but mighty feeble. You just hear something, Mr. Craig?
Your buzzer. Somebody's ringing for you downstairs.
What's the matter with them? Can't they walk up a few stairs?
They may never have used your elevator before.
You want again? Noisy fellas. Excuse me.
Not at all. Jake's elevator headed downstairs at considerably less than the speed of light. I headed for my office, in no particular hurry. I don't like small men with guns. Sometimes they get to thinking they need a gun as an equalizer. It might be psychological, but bullets never hurt of Sigmund Freud. I didn't spot him when I first got into the office. It was late afternoon. The dying sunlight didn't quite make it to the corners of the room. It was in a corner that my client was waiting for me. A lonely corner. The loneliest of all. The corner where a man creeps to die.
The knife went in under the left shoulder blade and pierced the heart. He died maybe an hour ago. Death was not instantaneous. There's no identification on him. Labels on his clothes have been ripped off. Until further notice, he'll go on the books as John Doe, deceased.
Briefly and beautifully put, Lieutenant Rogers.
Let's not be formal, Barry.
You, taking Junior with you?
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll turn up something with a fingerprint.
The odds are good.
The gun he was carrying had its serial number filed off. Professional.
Yeah. Makes it funny, though.
Why?
Just prints are on record. Whoever killed him must have known that. Why bother with stripping the body of identification?
Time, maybe.
I suppose.
He was trying to get in touch with you. Somebody was anxious about that.
I'd imagine so.
Somebody's anxiety killed John Doe.
Looks that way.
We'll find out who John Doe was sooner or later. Once we get that, we might be able to make a good guess about why he wanted to see you.
That's possible.
The boy with the knife wouldn't care for that. He might try using that knife again. Be careful, will you, Barry?
It was good advice, but how can you be careful when you don't know what you've got to be careful about or who? Tracing John Doe was taking time. Time in which the sun dived behind the high stone walls of the city and got lost. Time in which I got tired of sitting around in the darkened office and staring into a corner where nothing was anymore. So I got out. I buzzed the elevator quickly and settled down to wait. But the elevator started up fast. I didn't think much of it until it was close to my floor. Then I thought in a hurry. In all the years Jake had been piloting that elevator, he'd never responded that fast. I moved back, pulling at the gun in my pocket. I didn't make it by the time the elevator door opened, so I dived for the carpet. I made a mental note to speak to the management. That carpet hadn't been swept in months. The little stranger in the elevator hadn't waited to see if the bullets had found me. I thought maybe I could let him know if I got down the back stairs fast enough. Then I ran into Jake. At the foot of the stairs, slumped behind the door that led to them. Jake. Jake.
Yeah? If I remember correct.
Boy, you had me worried for a minute. Hi.
Head don't feel so good.
You were hit on it.
Maybe that's why I don't feel so good. Must have been hit by a piece of my farm up in Vermont.
A rocky piece.
That was the only kind there was.
Here.
Here. Thanks, Mr. Craig.
How is it?
It was better laying down. I figure I'll live, though.
Good.
Getting my glasses back tomorrow.
Oh. You mean you'll be able to see the girls on Madison Avenue again?
Yeah. Well, maybe we better get back to the lobby. Might be customers.
All right, but hold it where you are. Well, the lobby's empty. Come on.
You figured the fellow that hit me might still be around?
Possibly.
Too bad he ain't.
Not so bad. He was carrying a gun.
Oh?
Minus a few bullets now.
Fellow took the elevator up?
When I rang for it.
Oh, you got dust on your suit, Mr. Craig. carpet upstairs?
Yeah.
Ought to be swept sometime.
You might take it up with the cleaning woman.
Yeah. When she gets over her lumbago.
The carpet hasn't been swept for years.
Well, Miss Abercrombie's had lumbago for years.
Jake, did you see the man who slugged you?
Not too good. My glasses.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's probably half a dozen miles from here by now. So long, Jake.
Going out?
Sure.
Mr. Craig.
Yeah?
The fella that took them shots at you, he might be hanging around.
What for?
Another helping.
No, it was a professional job. Hit and run. If they don't make it the first time, they wait until they can arrange another setup.
Well, I hope you're right, Mr. Craig.
So, do I. My analysis was probably right. That didn't prevent me from holding my breath as I went through the lobby door. Then across the strip of pavement that separated me from my car and into it. I didn't waste any time getting underway. No gunfire. I decided I could start breathing again.
Mr. Craig?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I'm the one who could...
Let's not quibble about who begs whose pardon. I'm just a little worried about whether this is my car.
It's your car.
I never noticed that it came equipped with a small blonde before.
Do you mind?
I was a normal red-blooded American boy, Miss...
My name is Doris. Doris Cheney.
How do you do? And do you spend much of your time parking in other people's cars?
Only when the other people are Barrie Craig.
Must be my new tie. The man who sold it to me said it would attract blondes like flies.
It's not a very nice comparison. Flies are pests.
Blondes can be, too. On the other hand... now that the gay chit-chat is over, well...
But I had to see you.
I've got an office.
Oh, I couldn't be seen going there.
You're shy?
I'm afraid.
And you figured stepping out in my car, you'd be safe.
Well, for a while, anyway, and eventually you'd come out and get in the car.
And then we'd be together.
Yes.
Without witnesses.
Yes.
You're fumbling with your bag. Is there a gun in it?
No, there isn't. I'm nervous.
It's too early. We haven't come to the reasons for your being here yet.
We've come to the reasons.
My mistake.
The name of the man who was killed in your office today was William Cheney.
I concentrated on my driving. Concentrating on a small blonde is more fun, but is more likely to end up in a crash. She didn't add anything to the identification. I didn't figure she was finished yet, though. I gave it a cue. Relative?
My husband.
No relative.
We hadn't been living together for some time.
He made noise when he ate soup?
He was the thief.
Oh, and that wore on your nerves.
Well, I hadn't known when I married him.
That happened.
You don't sound as if you believe me.
I don't have to believe you. You're not a client.
What?
Some reason or other, people never tell the truth to detectives if they can help it. Maybe they figure detectives should be smart enough to find out the truth for themselves. Sometimes detectives do.
But if I were a client?
I'd have to believe you. It's not on my license, but it's the way I play.
I want you to believe me, Mr. Craig.
It's $50 a day and expensive.
That's not too bad.
Depends on what you're buying. Suppose you hire me. What are you in the market for? An alibi, maybe?
Alibi? For what?
Your husband didn't die of old age.
Oh, you think I...
You could have. You knew where my office was. You knew he died there.
But...
Did you kill him?
No.
Okay. For now, we'll accept that as being true. The next thing is, what do you need a confidential investigator for?
I know who killed my husband.
She had a habit of throwing small bombshells as though she didn't know they were explosives. I sat that one out for a few seconds. It gave me time to wonder if the car that was trailing us intended to get any closer. It didn't. Not yet, anyway. You know who killed William Cheney?
Yes.
The district attorney will love you with a great love if you drop in and tell him.
I can't.
You don't care for the legal profession?
I don't have any proof.
That's a discouraging detail.
But I know it has to be...
Has to be who?
You've been staring up into the rearview mirror all the time. Why?
Car's been following us ever since we left my office. Who does it have to be?
Car? Then someone...
So far as we know, no one saw anything but me getting into my car and driving away. Who killed your husband?
They must have noticed...
It's night. They've not been close enough to make any identifications. Maybe not even to spot the fact that I've got a passenger. Why are you holding out on me?
I'm not, only...
The headlights are getting bigger. We're going to have company pretty soon. Look, Mr. Cheney, it's corny. Somebody with something important to tell is stalling about it until it's too late.
You mean until they get killed?
Yeah. And by then, the something important isn't important anymore. At least not to the one who died.
John Hurley.
John Hurley.
My husband worked for him.
And since your husband's profession was a thief, you mean he stole for him?
Yes.
That's background. Now hand me motive.
My husband stole something. Hurley thought he was going to double-cross him, not turn it over to him.
Was he?
I don't know. I haven't seen Bill for months, since we separated.
You make the marriage sound like ancient history. Your news is fresh, though.
Well, Bill phoned me lots of times, begged me to take him back. But...
What was it he was holding out?
Oh, I'm not sure. Jewels, I think.
Uh-huh. Slide off the seat and get on the floor.
What?
Do as I say.
Oh, what's wrong?
Harsh railing. This is getting too close. I've been shot at once today. It could happen again. I don't want you in the line of fire.
But they might not miss again.
I know. That's why I'm going to dedicate a fender or two to self-preservation. Grab onto something, we're going to have a small collision. For what happened immediately after I cut my car in front of the one coming up behind, you'll have to consult somebody else. Obviously, both cars spun, slid across the street, and wound up attacking a lamppost. I was among those present, sure, but I wasn't sitting up and taking notice. I was lying down and being unconscious. Oh, Barrie. Oh. For a little while, I thought maybe my sins had been overlooked, and I was in a better place. But what would the voice of Lieutenant Rogers be doing in a better place?
I guess you're alive.
Thanks. Oh, ouch.
I could have told you this was no time to brush your hair back.
It's my older brother who has two heads. Maybe I'm my older brother.
That lump you're fondling isn't another head.
Oh. Fred.
Yeah?
News.
You and another car had a collision with each other and the lamppost.
That I remember. Partially, anyway. Except the collision was intentional.
Oh?
I'll explain later. You keep going.
Well, a crowd collected immediately, but despite that, or maybe because of that, whoever was in the other car disappeared.
Too bad. However, that crowd probably saved my skin. The car was trailing mine, Trav. Outran me. I figured it would probably outgun me, too, so I had an accident.
For a man with a thick skull, that was probably the brightest thing to do.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I don't feel very much like making sudden movements with my head. That's why I haven't looked around, but, Trav, does there happen to be a small blonde on the premises?
I've looked around. Not even a big blonde.
Uh-huh. Means the crowd gave her an opportunity to duck out, too. Trav.
Yes?
Hasn't the police department got a couple of other lieutenants they occasionally use?
I was phoning your place when you left. I got Jake.
Oh. And the news from Vermont was?
You'd left. With another car on your trail.
So you sent out an alarm?
Yep.
Thanks. What were you phoning me about?
The identity of the corpse in your office.
William Cheney?
Yes. Hey, wait a minute. How did you know who he was?
The small blonde.
She must have been a very knowledgeable small blonde.
Maybe. She'd also been married to William Cheney.
And wanted you to do what?
Find his killer. Trev, what's the department got on Cheney?
Thief of sundry and movable items, notably jewels.
Big job recently?
Suspected the Horsham deal.
Well.
I was on my way to Cheney's house when you interrupted. Would you like to come along?
Very much. If I can arrange to have my head brought with me. But I was pleasantly surprised. My head stayed with me. We got to Cheney's place. Cheney, understandably enough, wasn't home. Neither was the necklace. We made sure of that.
Well, wherever he hid it, it wasn't here.
No.
Funny thing. You can see his wife left him. Not a dress in the place or a pair of women's shoes, but he's kept her furniture around.
Yeah. He wanted her to come back. I guess he didn't disturb anything.
No. Have cosmetics all over the place. Perfume stuff.
Yeah. Nice perfume. Hey.
What?
Newspaper.
So I see. What was the idea of fishing it out from under all the used face tissues?
Front page article was told it you.
Paper's 3 days old. Horsham story broke 3 days ago.
Which means Cheney was on the run for 3 days before they got to him in my office.
Maybe he had the necklace on him?
Then they'd have lost interest in me. But they didn't.
No. Then the necklace is still among the missing. So far as Horsham, who owns it, is concerned, and so far as, who else?
So far as John Hurley is concerned, I think.
The small blonde gave you Hurley's name?
Yeah.
It might be a lead.
Why not try it?
John Hurley's been a bad boy for some time now. The department's got lots of warrants out for him. Trouble's been, nobody's found him to serve them on him.
He must be around.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Not half as sure as I am. I'm the one he's been spraying bullets at.
We can always issue another warrant.
I don't doubt it. The only thing is, I'd like to be around when it happened. Around and alive. That, for the time being, was that. Trav returned to wherever lieutenants of police return in the middle of the night, and I got some work done. Not finding Hurley. No private detective can come even close to the police when it comes to tracing people. The thing is, I didn't waste time looking for Hurley. I concentrated on a small blonde. According to what your fleet dispatcher tells me, you guys work the cab stand here tonight.
That's right, Bud.
3 of you. The one I want is the one that knows a guy named Cheney. Address is 2906.
Larchmont. Apartment 3B.
You're the man I want. You generally take his calls?
Yep.
You other guys, $5 a piece make you happy?
Sure, okay.
Okay. Now, this Cheney was married, wasn't he?
You digging up stuff for a divorce case?
No. Matter of fact, you won't be called upon to testify to anything. You know what his wife looks like?
Yeah. Blonde. Small.
Fine. Now, maybe she did this during the daytime. If she did, I'm stuck. But I've got a feeling the nighttime is the time a gal generally moves out. Some time ago, she left Larchmont with suitcases, but no husband.
You're not guessing.
Not anymore. She used your cab?
Yep.
Where'd you take her?
The other guys rated 5 apiece.
You rate 25.
Thanks. 3912 East 67.
Thanks. Maybe I just wanted to see a small blonde again. It's one of the pleasanter things that happens to a private detective. But that wasn't the way I saw it, which could be why I didn't feel pleasant when I got to Doris Cheney's place.
Who is it?
Barrie Craig.
I can't.
Mrs. Cheney.
Oh, all right. Come in.
Thanks.
Hello, Craig.
Hello. You'd be Hurley, wouldn't you?
Not only would be, Craig, and
speak softly and carry a big gun.
You've got a gift, Craig. Gift of expression. I couldn't have thought of that in a year.
Maybe you never tried. Now I've seen the gun, you can put it away.
You're too broad across the shoulders, Craig. You wouldn't have much trouble handling me. If I didn't wave the gun around, so to speak.
I don't anticipate much trouble anyway.
Yeah, me. Don't tell me you're one of those unbelievable characters who isn't afraid of a gun.
Of course I'm afraid of a gun.
Well, then?
I can't see any reason for you to use it on me, that's all.
Let's hope so, however skeptical we are.
Hope I didn't damage your car too badly.
Doesn't matter. Wasn't mine to start with.
Doris.
You were unconscious, Barry. I saw Hurley get out of his car. I ran. I had to.
Sure. How long's Hurley been here?
Just a couple of minutes.
In that case, he hasn't found the necklace yet, has he?
Craig, now I'm really surprised. Fancy her admitting that. Or was it a slip of the tongue?
Pretty obvious, isn't it?
Maybe. But it takes a rare man to recognize the obvious. My congratulations, Craig. Now, if you don't mind, Doris, my dear.
I don't have the necklace.
You see, Craig? She won't admit the obvious.
Maybe she's frightened. Hurley, if she turns the necklace over to you, what then?
You mean, will I be nasty? Kill people? Why should I? Police are after me anyway.
All right. The necklace is in her bag.
Barry.
Bag? Oh. Here it is.
She kept plucking at it when she came to consult me. I thought there might be a gun in it, but...
Not a gun at all. It's a necklace.
Yeah.
Well, Craig, you were quite right. There's no need for me to bother you at all. Oh.
Please drop your gun, Mr. Hurley. I'm terribly nervous. I might...
I dropped it. Comes of having eyes for only the mercenary. When I should have kept them on you.
Please, Barry, call the police.
Yeah. No question about Hurley's being the man who trailed us in that car. Man responsible for the jewel robbery. The phone? Oh, yeah.
Not to mention murdering my husband.
Let's not mention it.
What?
Because he didn't. Sorry, telephone wires do get tangled around people's arms, don't they? I'll take the gun.
Neatly done. Sorry, I can't stay to admire.
You're staying. We're all staying till the police come. And then a thief will go to jail and a murderess to her punishment.
Some of it I've got, Barry.
Fine, Fred.
Whoever killed Cheney took the necklace. But Hurley was still after it, so...
He didn't kill Cheney. More than that, Fred, if Hurley had the necklace, why would he have bothered keeping after me?
Well, but Doris did.
Doris had to. She had to find out if Cheney had told me about her part in the deal. Hurley wouldn't have cared.
Oh, that's true enough. So Hurley hung around, stalking Jake on the head. And it was Doris in the elevator, wasn't it?
Yeah, she missed. Jake was knocked out. All she did was walk out the front door and wait in my car.
Fits together nicely. I'd like something a little more dramatic, though.
Oh, I can supply that, too. Doris told me she'd left her husband months ago. Hadn't had any contact with him except over the phone.
Well, he could have told her about the robbery over the phone, so that didn't prove anything.
But when we were in Cheney's apartment, we found a newspaper under used facial tissue. Used by a woman, naturally.
Hey, that's right. And the paper was 3 days old.
3 days old, which meant Doris hadn't split up with Cheney till after the robbery, which meant she lied. Which means a 3 days old newspaper is going to hang her.
William Gargan stars as Barrie Craig, confidential investigator.
What's in a name, a poet once said, and he was so right. You can list every guy as Smith or Dokes, and it doesn't make any difference. The stiff down below positively doesn't care what the tombstone reads.
The National Broadcasting Company presents William Gargan in another transcribed drama of mystery and adventure with America's #1 detective, Barrie Craig, confidential investigator.
Barrie Craig speaking. A case sometimes comes at you all the way from left field. It's out of the ordinary, and the familiar ingredients, familiar to a confidential cop, seem to be missing. At first glance, that is. Said familiar ingredients, of course, being theft, homicide, and blackmail. The nice, homey, everyday stuff of crime that keeps a cop in love with his work. In this case, even the kickoff was unfamiliar. The chap setting up the deal for me was a mind doctor, a skinny guy with horn-rimmed glasses and a high forehead, who looked like he got all his nourishment from pills.
This is an unusual thing for me, Mr. Craig, to consult with a detective.
This is an unusual joint for me to be in, so we're even.
Now, this patient that I will discuss with you, I've worked with him for months with encouraging results.
I'll start off with his name.
His name is, temporarily, Clark Smith.
Temporarily?
A symptom of his ailment is an amnesia. He resists his own true identity.
Doesn't want to remember who he is, huh?
Yes, in a manner of speaking.
That's bad.
Well, why do you say that?
From a cop's point of view, disregarding the medicine, a guy only tries to lose his identity for a pretty grim reason. Some crime he doesn't want to answer to.
Oh, there is such a possibility, yes.
Still think you want to make a police case out of this Clark Smith?
Well, there is the risk you suggest. I have thought of that. Restore this man to his own identity, but with an unhappy result.
He faces the consequences of a crime. Capture, trial, and sentence.
But if this risk is not taken, it's equally critical for Clark Smith.
Meaning the shape he's presently in, huh?
Depressed, malingering, sick with anxieties. He cannot function as a social being. He hides from the world. Yes, he interests me, this Clark Smith. I would like to help him find himself. Help him to face his reality.
Only your medicine goes just so far.
I need a detective such as you to associate with the case. There are facts to ascertain, the special things in which you are a specialist, and in which my science is helpless.
Got any clues to his background? Who he was before he became Clark Smith?
Oh, yes, I have many. I've uncovered many clues in my 6 months now of clinical examination. In my patient's moments of unconscious association, he has given me many material clues that you'll find helpful in your search.
Well, clues like?
Well, words, for example. Well, I have them recorded here. Midvale. Now, there have been many reminiscences involving the word Midvale.
Sounds like a town.
Yes, or a school, I have thought. A high school, perhaps, judging by the level of my patient's speech. The education it suggests. And the word Pomatone.
An Indian word.
And very lyrical. The word is always said with a caress, always with a curious tenderness of feeling.
Like Clark Smith loves it.
Yes.
Pomatone. Could be a river. A place to swim or fish for trout. A man can fall in love with a river and never forget it. Remember it all his life, even with his mind dead to everything else.
Yes, you're very perceptive. A river, yes. I have thought so, too.
2 good clues, those. Trace a guy back to where he came from, back to where memory cut off. Does Clark Smith know what you're up to with me?
Not exactly. He knows in his own way. He wants to recover his identity, appreciates my interest, yet...
He's scared.
Well, he may resent what we do. You may find him very uncooperative.
Where can I see him?
I'll give you his address, but please be very gentle with him. Do not press too hard.
I found Clark Smith at home. Home was a beach shack out on Long Island. Shangri-La made out of plywood and thumbtacks, serenaded by big seagulls with wing spreads like eagles. Smith looked the part of a beachcomber. He wore faded blue jeans slit at the sides, and a fish knife in his belt with a mean-looking blade. He gave me the long once-over.
It's a 35-pounder.
No kidding.
The striped bass. I pulled her in at the Anthony Lighthouse. I broke 2 lines on her.
Sounds like quite a battle.
Quite a battle, yeah. You'll find her in the shed, packed and nice. Leave the money on the table.
I'm not a fish buyer. I'm Barrie Craig.
Barrie Craig?
Right now associated with Dr. Vanner. To help you, Smith. Help you get back to the life you belong to.
I belong here. What are you after with me?
I said to help you. Dr. Vanner and me. We're on your side. We're your friends.
I don't want help.
Sure you do. If you didn't, you'd never have gone to Dr. Vanner in the first place.
I went to find peace, so I'd calm down. To fish, you need to be calm.
You went to find yourself. Don't back away from one big truth, Smith. You're one big inner drive.
Mr. Craig, I'm afraid.
Sure you are. I understand. But I say you can't be any worse off than you are now. Have a little faith, Smith.
Faith?
Midvale and Pomatone. What do the words mean to you?
I don't know. I know the words, but I don't know what they mean. I don't know.
Okay, forget them. I'll try to find out another way. If I'm stuck, I'll come back to you. We'll go over it again. We'll go out in a boat and fish and talk. Midvale and Pomatone. Clues sometimes take you for a ride around the moon. You're a skywriter spelling out the word futility. Other times it all comes easy, too easy. You don't have to be a detective, just a researchist with a world almanac. The section that says index of towns and places and rivers. I found the river Pomatone merely by running down a line of names of American rivers. The Pomatone River, but it wasn't in any town called Midvale. The Pomatone River was in Farrington, a town in Jersey. I kept hunting Midvale in the book. Anything named Midvale in the town of Farrington. I checked school, high schools, and universities, then industries. Under industries, I found it. The Midvale Bottling Works, located in Farrington. I had reason to hop a train to Jersey. One Horse Farrington had a sheriff. It also had a barber, both rolled into one. The sheriff and the barber were one and the same guy. Came a shortage of lawbreakers, at least there was always hair to cut. I phoned you in advance of coming, Sheriff. You know why I'm here.
Yes, I know. But just a minute till I get out of this coat. Can't sheriff in a barber's coat.
Why not?
Just not right, that's all.
Now can we get down to it?
Not yet. Can't sheriff without my badge. Here it is. Now, about this missing feller.
I took this snapshot. I sneaked the picture. The guy's sensitive to attention, so don't expect too much. Well, ever see him before?
Yeah, picture's kind of blurry.
My $2 camera, I'm sorry.
No, can't say I ever seen this one. For what there's to see. But you don't need to be showing me pictures. Only one man's disappeared from Farrington in the years I've been barber.
How about in the years you've been sheriff?
Same answer. Lloyd Beamer. He's the only one who's disappeared and ain't never turned up. It's 7 years now. Maybe 8, coming right down to it.
Fill me in on Lloyd Beamer.
Oh, ain't much filling I can do. Just that Beamer ran the Midvale Bottling Works. That's right on the county line. Owned it, Beamer did, till he went.
Went where?
Can't say. Nobody can say. Bit flighty, that Lloyd Beamer. His head was always in books. Lived in the town, but you wouldn't know it. Kept to himself. Even on election day, never showed up to vote.
Imagine. Who runs the bottling works now?
Mrs. Beamer. That's Lloyd's wife, Polly. She's there now, minding things. If you'll be wanting to talk to her...
I'll be wanting to. The first thing that meets your eye in a bottling works are bottles. Lots and lots of bottles. I found a door marked private and used it. On the inside of the door was somebody who looked like privacy was wasted on her. Too many good looks to keep them all to herself. A face you'd expect to find in Tahiti, never in a bottling works.
Yes?
Am I intruding?
You've already intruded.
You're
chilly?
I always am in refrigerated rooms. How about a warming smile?
I'll have you arrested.
You didn't let me finish. A warm smile of gratitude on account of the great thing I'm about to do for you.
What is that?
Reunite you with your husband.
My husband?
Uh-huh. Don't you want to be?
Is this some practical joke?
I'm a comedian, only up to a point. Well, what's the matter?
Matter?
You're green around the gills.
I feel faint. Your remarks, I was utterly unprepared. I'm all right now.
Well, take more time.
No. Please talk.
Your husband, Lloyd Beamer, has been missing.
For more than 6 years, yes.
I've got a fellow I think could be Lloyd Beamer.
It's impossible.
Why?
Why? Because in all these years, there's never been a word.
That makes it strange, but not impossible. A man loses his memory. How does he know who to write to, be in touch with?
This person, you say he cannot remember?
Amnesia of a kind. I'm piecing his past together, reconstructing a picture. I'm a detective from New York, Barrie Craig.
How did you come upon this person?
You keep saying this person.
I've come to think of my husband as dead. I've accepted it as so.
Why?
Why? So I could find peace with myself. Stifle imagination, the nightmare of thinking, not knowing. I was deserted, Mr. Craig, by a man with violent currents in his nature. A man bent on destroying everything around him and himself. It was better to think of him as dead, so I could have some peace, some life.
I'm sorry. I guess I was a jolt to you. A trifle crude in my approach, maybe. Of course, this man might not be your missing husband. It may turn out that he's not.
But you seemed so very sure before.
Some clues relate him to the town of Farrington, to these bottling works. Clues, but they may be coincidental. You never know.
What?
The lady.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to... Hey!
Lady. It was a faint, the deadest faint I'd ever seen. A faint like death, and the frightening thing about it, it could be death. A heart attack from the shock of it all. For all the pulse I was getting, the next move could be the coroner's. You know that someone apparently dead isn't when she flutters her eyes at you. A corpse generally can't. Holly Beamer fluttered her eyes at me. I was close enough to admire their color.
Oh, what happened?
You passed out, dead faint, and no pulse like your heart had stopped pumping blood.
I'm sorry if I unnerved you.
I've got a few gray hairs as a memento. So I hate to say hello to a girl and have her promptly drop dead.
The news you brought me, it was so overwhelming.
Apart from the news itself, what else gave you conniptions?
What else?
The prospect of a return of Lloyd Beamer, your missing husband. I don't think you fancy the idea as a woman.
No, I don't. We were never so much of a couple. Besides, I've built a whole new life for myself since...
A new life meeting a new guy?
New interests, a new independence and outlook.
You're glossing over the new guy?
There are men in my life, of course.
Men or a man?
I'm young. I have a right.
No question of it. All right, then, the way it stacks, if my party is the missing Lloyd Beamer, reassuming his proper station can create complications.
Complications?
He isn't wanted. No welcome home. Rough on a guy, kind of. A return to identity at long last, only to find himself on the scrap heap.
I don't think this person you talk about is my husband.
You mean you hope he isn't. But we'll soon know. I've got a couple of more questions.
Yes?
Assuming my party is Lloyd Beamer, I've given you an idea of the condition he's in.
Loss of memory, you said.
Yes, an acute case. He's been under medical care. Now I ask you, why would Lloyd Beamer suffer a loss of memory?
I don't understand the question.
The medic handling Beamer hinted that this patient maybe helped induce his own condition. Blanked out so as not to remember something too painful. Blanked out to escape being Lloyd Beamer, if you get me.
Yes, I do understand you.
Again, assuming this is your husband, so what was he running from?
What was he running from?
Trouble, a crime maybe, something he was guilty of, and the fear of discovery?
There was nothing like that in my husband's affairs.
Okay for that. I'm glad to hear it. Then the escape was for, let's say, strictly personal reasons. Personal problems of non-criminal character.
Lloyd was an eccentric, secretive. He never could quite fit into the group. He found this business, intolerable. He found marriage too commonplace.
I see. Call him a pathological personality. One last question.
Yes?
Whoever listens in on talk in your office, does he do it with your approval or on his own?
Well, what do you mean?
I'm looking straight ahead. Into that mirror on your wall. There where the safe is. Twice so far I've seen a face in the mirror. A face not my own. I'm not two-faced, lady, so I assume there's been me and somebody else. Somebody peeking through the connecting door behind me. This door. Peeking and eavesdropping.
Well, there's nobody.
Not now. He's gotten an earful and decamped. You don't care?
Care?
About being eavesdropped on?
I don't know that we have.
We have, believe it. Who was it?
I don't know. We have 30 employees in the plant.
Heavy brows, eyes deep in his head. This connecting door behind me, he had it open to an aperture of 6 inches. Where does the door lead to? Well?
It leads to the office of the plant manager.
Namely?
Howie. Roy Howie.
I'll go introduce myself. Oh, by the way, pictures. Got any around of your missing husband?
Why, yes, at home somewhere, packed away.
I'd appreciate one, a good one, to take back to New York with me.
No, I won't give you any pictures.
Why not?
I'll do nothing to facilitate the return of this person you say may be Lloyd Beamer.
The man's sick. I'm asking you to help restore a man's memory.
I'll do nothing to facilitate that either.
Pretty shoddy attitude.
I don't care. I feel selfishly about this. We were through. I've let freedom grow around me, freedom from the nightmare of Lloyd Beamer. Why can't you let me alone? Why did you have to come here at all?
Roy Howie. Do I need a pass to get in to see him? The plant manager, Howie, had the perfect explanation.
Yes, I did over here. The fact is, I had some memoranda for Polly's signature. These forms. But I found her engaged with you.
You stood glued to that crack on the door.
Thinking that she'd be finished with you momentarily. I don't mind confessing that I was fascinated by what I heard, became absorbed in it.
Why?
Other people's business? A morsel of gossip? This is Farrington Township, Mr. Craig. Very little happens in Farrington. We're hungry here for something eventful. The sensational attracts us like moths to the flame. We're all of us talented eavesdroppers and busybodies. I'm being very frank.
Yeah, very frank and very, very artful.
I've read about New York private eyes, the unusual breed you are, your obsession with motives. Suspect everybody. Isn't that your daily religion?
You talk a glib line for a Jerkwater Town bottling plant manager.
Snarl, curse, and break heads. That, too, is the classic cliche of the New York private eye. Well, why aren't you breaking my head, Mr. Craig?
An important thing to know about one-horse towns is how to get out alive. I'd called a local taxi to take me to the railroad depot, a mile run on a big ditch they call the road. Oh, the bumps I took, my insides were in a heap. At a bend in the road where spruce trees lining it made a perfect ambush, somebody tried to drop the rest of me in a heap. Oh. I got it in the right hand, the check writing hand. The local hack driver kept going, like he hadn't heard a thing. I got first aid at a shack that had a decalcomania emblem of mercy pasted on a window. The guy cauterizing my wound was a familiar face. I'd seen him before. He was the barber. Or did I mean the sheriff?
Regular doc's 14 miles over the hill.
Oh, yeah. Switch to your painless method, why don't you?
Ain't much of a nick in that hand of yours. I'm treating it right.
Short of amputation.
Yeah. I'll bandage it up now, and you're as good as new.
What do I owe you?
50 cents. Same as for a haircut.
A bargain. Who shot me?
Can't say. I ain't investigated it yet.
But you've got a pretty good idea.
All right, I'll tell you. That Roy Howie's been shining up to Polly Beamer. Takes her on corn husking parties and quilting bees. He's wild for her and infernally jealous, that fella.
I wasn't making a play for Polly.
You come in here with news about Lloyd Beamer. Now with Polly asking the judge to free her from a man who's been away so long, Roy Howie wasn't taking kindly to that.
Howie figures he's going to marry her, huh? When her divorce or annulment, is it, comes through?
Howie's figuring that. That bottling works is the biggest thing in Farrington. It's a good marriage Howie's after.
I made hasty tracks out of dear Farrington Township. I had unexpected company on the train, right on the seat beside me, white-faced but smiling. A fetching smile that figured to melt men's hearts. Polly knew how to turn it on.
Surprised, Mr. Craig?
Not too. I figured if Howie failed to kill me, you'd try it another way.
I don't understand.
Charm me to death. And you're doing it.
Doing what?
Sitting closer than train regulations allow and breathing on my neck.
Before what you said, Howie's failing to kill you?
Come off it, lady. It's you and Howie. One nod away from the altar. Wedded bliss the minute some judge signs a final paper. I popped in with a facsimile of your missing husband at a bad time.
All right. It's so. I won't attempt to lie to you. Howie and I are in love. Planning marriage.
But I gummed up the work.
If this person is who you say he is, I'm frightened.
Frightened enough to endorse murder?
Howie didn't attempt your life. Not really. He just meant to scare you, make you stop meddling in our lives. And I did not endorse it, Mr. Craig. Howie's impulsive, sometimes foolish. It was his own foolish scheme.
Which brings us to you sharing a seat with me.
To go with you and confront this person you say might be Lloyd Beamer. To see for myself.
Okay, we'll try it. But after I prepare him. You got a favorite New York hotel you can park in?
I have. The Warumbo.
We'll soon know whether you're still a wife or a bride-to-be. With Polly biting her nails at the Warumbo, I followed the seagulls to where my beachcomber parked his amnesia.
The striped bass are running better. Got a 40-pounder in the shed.
Well, let's get off the fish. I've got a few things to tell you. Things that might be biographic.
So you've gone ahead about me.
I've gone far. I might do you some good if you don't offer too much resistance. If you're afraid, don't be. My information is this. The man I think you might be has no crime to answer for. Well?
I'll try to cooperate.
Good. I'll throw words at you. The Midvale Bottling Works, Farrington Township, Jersey. A guy named Roy Howie.
Roy Howie?
You sound like it's familiar.
Yes, it's somewhere in my head.
Another name, Polly. Polly Beamer. Is that somewhere in your head or heart?
Polly Beamer. Yes, I believe I know the name.
You could be a Lloyd Beamer, from the evidence so far. Polly Beamer is Mrs. Lloyd Beamer.
Well, I'm confused.
Sure, I know, but you're standing up great. Better than I thought. Are you up to a visit with Polly Beamer?
Polly Beamer, who may be my wife?
Uh-huh. Again, only if you're up to it.
Take me to it.
I brought Smith to the Warumbo Hotel. Polly made an odd request of me.
May I talk to this person alone?
If you're going to insist.
Please, Mr. Craig. I don't relish being emotional in front of third parties.
Meaning me. Okay. I'll wait in the hall. Call me when you're ready. Polly called me in less than 10 minutes. She'd been crying her eyes out.
Mr. Craig, you can come in now.
Thanks. Any result?
This man is Lloyd Beamer, my husband.
You're sure?
Could I be mistaken?
No, I guess not. Turnabout now, Polly. Your turn to wait in the hall. It's two alone. Me and Beamer.
What on earth for?
I'm completing a job, Polly, wrapping it up. Your questions are out of order. Wait outside.
I'll go, of course, if you must.
Now you, Beamer.
Yes?
That's really your name, huh? The one you lost somewhere.
Yes, I'm Lord Beamer. I'm still a little new, but...
But you're not too unhappy over it. Pretty wife, a bottling plant. Quite a change from a beachcomber.
You sound like you begrudge me.
If you're Beamer, I'll shake hands and say goodbye. Report back to Dr. Vanner, my original client, tell him the good news. If you're Beamer.
Well, now you're talking like you don't think I am.
I just don't know, but I will know in a minute. It seems Beamer had a mermaid tattooed on his chest.
A mermaid?
I got this from intimate sources. The sheriff, close friends of the Beamers. Strip, mister, so I can see your chest.
Now, wait a minute.
Then I'll do it for you.
Hey.
No tattoo, mister. You're a phony. Okay, what's the game? I'll answer it. Blackmail. You've got enough on Polly Beamer to make her accept you as Lloyd Beamer, even though she knows you're a phony. That's why she wanted to be in here alone with you. Find out what you had on her. Well?
I've got nothing to say.
Then keep listening. The amnesia was a fake, a pretense right from the start. You used Doc Vanner as a dodge, and then began using me. I was to lead Polly Beamer to you, worry her so she'd be apple pie in your hands. Your so-called amnesia for all these years was a device to provide an explanation for Lloyd Beamer's long absence. Wherever explanations might be needed, in Farrington Township especially. Well?
I've still got nothing to say.
Then you're a sucker. Confession you might mitigate police charges against you. You're licked anyhow. The scheme's boomeranged. You won't get Polly, and you won't get a dime.
You'll help me get off?
I'll put in a good word.
Okay. Lloyd Beamer's dead. I got to know him in the years he'd run off from his wife. He's been dead a few months now.
Who murdered him?
His wife, Polly. She discovered his whereabouts a few months ago, in the shack out on the island. She shot him and buried him in the cove. She didn't know that all the time there was an eyewitness.
You?
Yeah, me. I was out in the shed packing ice around some bass. Polly thought Beamer was living there alone as a hermit. The fact is, it was Beamer's shack. He owned it. He'd invited me to share it.
Beamer's corpse. You can lead me to it?
I can.
And you testify in court as an eyewitness to murder?
I'll testify.
Just how did you expect to crash Farrington society as Lloyd Beamer with your face?
I didn't. Polly and me, we were going abroad right away. She agreed to go to Europe with me.
With all the dough she had in her satchel?
With dough, yeah.
For a smart crook, mister, you're surprisingly stupid.
Stupid?
You panic easy.
Oh. I'm just beginning to catch on. That tattoo, the mermaid on Beamer's chest, you made that up.
So I did. I'll go call Polly in. Polly? Polly, come in and face the music.
Face the music?
Murder, baby. If you've got one of those fancy feints handy, now's the time. I just found out how you murdered Lloyd Beamer.
What?
Well, what do you know? She's gone and done it again.
You have been listening to William Gargan in another exciting transcribed mystery drama from the adventures of Barrie Craig, confidential investigator. Tonight's story, Fog Over Murder, was written by John Robert. Next week, it's the strange story titled The Hunted Husband, about which Barrie Craig has this to say.
Next week, I'm hired to hunt a husband. I catch him finally, but by that time, it's become good hunting for something else. Murder. Good night, folks. See you next week.
The National Broadcasting Company has brought you William Gargan, starring as Barrie Craig, confidential investigator. Featured in the role of Polly was Terry Keane. Don Pardo speaking.
Jack Webb stars as Sergeant Friday in Dragnet, next on the NBC Radio Network.
William Gargan stars as Barrie Craig, confidential investigator.
Murderers must have a lot of trouble keeping their books balanced. For one thing, they can't always be sure when they're going to make their next killing. And for another, so many of their assets are buried.
The National Broadcasting Company presents William Gargan in another transcribed drama of mystery and adventure with America's #1 detective, Barrie Craig, confidential investigator.
Barrie Craig speaking. Being a confidential investigator can easily become an office job, if you've got an office, which I have, and you spend all your time in it, which I don't. Clients cross you up sometimes, though. Joey Carter made a stab in that direction on this particular day. I had a meal at Willie's Wagon, if you could call it a meal.
Well, what'd you call him, Mr. Craig?
Penance.
Big joke. Something wrong with the hamburger?
Well, it's been fatally wounded, Willie.
Huh.
Next time, you might wait till it dies before serving it.
My customers should live so long.
Why, thank you, Willie.
I can remember a time when Private Dix could hardly read. They were all making witty remarks.
Sorry.
Have a cup of coffee?
Oh, I'm not that sorry.
There's nothing wrong with a coffee.
Well, there's nothing wrong with sulfuric acid either, but I'll hold on to my stomach lining for a while longer, if you don't mind.
What's so special about your stomach lining?
It's attached to me.
Ah, you're getting sentimental. Which reminds me, there was a guy in here looking for you about an hour ago.
Oh?
Nervous little punk. I gave him your office address.
He must have missed me. An hour ago, I was on my way here.
Yeah?
What was he nervous about?
He didn't whisper nothing in my shell-like ears.
Then how'd you know he was nervous?
He couldn't keep his hand from trembling. The one that was holding the gun, I mean.
Willie had nothing more to offer except the coffee I'd already turned down, so I got out. After Willie explained that my prospective client hadn't exactly been waving his gun around. He'd just been clutching it in his side pocket. Jake, who'd given up a handful of stony acres in Vermont for an elevator cage in the building where I had my office, added a few, very few, well-chosen words.
Hi.
Hello, Jake. Nice day.
Yep.
How have things been on Madison Avenue today?
Dull.
No pretty girls?
I reckon there was.
Now, don't tell me you're getting old.
Busted my glasses.
Oh. Well, tomorrow will be another day.
Yep.
But I'd like to get up to my office before then.
Oh, I keep forgetting. Going up?
Where else could I go from the ground floor?
I guess you're going up. Other fellow went up, too.
Which other fellow?
One looking for you.
Well, thanks for letting me in on it. Was he a small man?
Yeah.
Nervous?
Yep.
Said he'd wait for me in the office?
Yeah. Ain't come down either.
Which means he's still up there, unless he used the back stairs.
Yeah.
Did he mention why he wanted to see me?
No.
He was carrying a gun, wasn't he?
Oh, you heard about him?
From Willie. He tried to get a hold of me at the wagon, but...
Fella drink any of Willie's coffee?
I don't know.
You better hurry on to your office, because if that fella did...
Yeah?
He'll be needing major surgery.
You're exaggerating.
Well, I had some of that coffee when I first come to town, before I knew better.
You're still alive?
Yeah, but mighty feeble. You just hear something, Mr. Craig?
You're buzzer. Somebody's ringing for you downstairs.
What's the matter with them? Can't they walk up a few stairs?
They may never have used your elevator before.
You want again? Noisy fellas. Excuse me.
Not at all. Jake's elevator headed downstairs at considerably less than the speed of light. I headed for my office, in no particular hurry. I don't like small men with guns. Sometimes they get to thinking they need a gun as an equalizer. It might be psychological, but bullets never heard of Sigmund Freud. I didn't spot him when I first got into the office. It was late afternoon. The dying sunlight didn't quite make it to the corners of the room. It was in a corner that my client was waiting for me. A lonely corner, the loneliest of all. The corner where a man creeps to die.
The knife went in under the left shoulder blade and pierced the heart. He died maybe an hour ago. Death was not instantaneous. There's no identification on him. Labels on his clothes have been ripped off. Until further notice, he'll go on the books as John Doe, deceased.
Briefly and beautifully put, Lieutenant Rogers.
Let's not be formal, Barry.
You, taking Junior with you?
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll turn up something with his fingerprints.
The odds are good.
The gun he was carrying had its serial number filed off. Professional.
Yeah. Makes it funny, though.
Why?
His prints are on record. Whoever killed him must have known that. Why bother with stripping the body of identification?
Time, maybe.
I suppose.
He was trying to get in touch with you. Somebody was anxious about that.
I'd imagine so.
Somebody's anxiety killed John Doe.
Looks that way.
We'll find out who John Doe was sooner or later. Once we get that, we might be able to make a good guess about why he wanted to see you.
That's possible.
The boy with the knife wouldn't care for that. He might try using that knife again. Be careful, will you, Barry?
It was good advice, but how can you be careful when you don't know what you've got to be careful about or whom? Tracing John Doe was taking time. Time in which the sun dived behind the high stone walls of the city and got lost. Time in which I got tired of sitting around in a darkened office and staring into a corner where nothing was anymore. So I got out. I buzzed the elevator quickly and settled down to wait. But the elevator started up fast. I didn't think much of it until it was close to my floor. Then I thought in a hurry. In all the years Jake had been piloting that elevator, he'd never responded that fast. I moved back, pulling at the gun in my pocket. I didn't make it by the time the elevator door opened, so I dived for the carpet. I made a mental note to speak to the management. That carpet hadn't been swept in months. The little stranger in the elevator hadn't waited to see if the bullets had found me. I thought maybe I could let him know if I got down the back stairs fast enough. Then I ran into Jake. At the foot of the stairs, slumped behind the door that led to them. Jake. Jake.
Yeah, if I remember correct.
Boy, you had me worried for a minute.
Hi.
Hi.
Head don't feel so good.
You were hit on it.
Maybe that's why I don't feel so good. Must have been hit by a piece of my farm up in Vermont.
A rocky piece.
That was the only kind there was.
Here.
Here. Thanks, Mr. Craig.
How is it?
It was better laying down. I figure I'll live, though.
Good.
Getting my glasses back tomorrow.
Oh. You mean you'll be able to see the girls on Madison Avenue again?
Yeah. Well, maybe we better get back to the lobby. Might be customers.
All right, but hold it where you are. Well, the lobby's empty. Come on.
You figured the fellow that hit me might still be around?
Possibly.
Too bad he ain't.
Not so bad. He was carrying a gun.
Oh?
Minus a few bullets now.
Fellow took the elevator up?
When I rang for it.
Oh, you got dust on your suit, Mr. Craig. Carpet upstairs?
Yeah.
Ought to be swept sometime.
You might take it up with the cleaning woman.
Yeah. When she gets over her lumbago.
The carpet hasn't been swept for years.
Well, Miss Abercrombie's had lumbago for years.
Jake, did you see the man who slugged you?
Not too good. My glasses, you see.
Yeah. Well, he's probably a half a dozen miles from here by now. So long, Jake.
Going out?
Sure.
Mr. Craig.
Yeah?
The fella that took them shots at you, he might be hanging around.
What for?
Another helping.
No, it was a professional job. Hit and run. If they don't make it the first time, they wait until they can arrange another setup.
Well, I hope you're right, Mr. Craig.
So, do I. My analysis was probably right. That didn't prevent me from holding my breath as I went through the lobby door. Then across the strip of pavement that separated me from my car and into it. I didn't waste any time getting underway. No gunfire. I decided I could start breathing again.
Mr. Craig?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I'm the one who should...
Let's not quibble about who begs whose pardon. I'm just a little worried about whether this is my car.
It's your car.
I never noticed that it came equipped with a small blonde before.
Do you mind?
I was a normal red-blooded American boy, Miss...
My name is Doris. Doris Cheney.
How do you do? And do you spend much of your time parking in other people's cars?
Only when the other people are Barrie Craig.
Must be my new tie. The man who sold it to me said it would attract blondes like flies.
It's not a very nice comparison. Flies are pests.
Blondes can be, too. On the other hand... now that the gay chit-chat is over, well...
But I had to see you.
I've got an office.
Oh, I couldn't be seen going there.
You're shy?
I'm afraid.
And you figured staking out in my car you'd be safe.
Well, for a while anyway, and eventually you'd come out and get in the car.
And then we'd be together?
Yes.
Without witnesses?
Yes.
You're fumbling with your bag. Is there a gun in it?
No, there isn't. I'm nervous.
It's too early. We haven't come to the reasons for your being here yet.
We've come to the reasons.
My mistake.
The name of the man who was killed in your office today was William Cheney.
I concentrated on my driving. Concentrating on a small blonde is more fun, but is more likely to end up in a crash. She didn't add anything to the identification. I didn't figure she was finished yet, though. I gave her the cue. Relative?
My husband.
No relative.
We haven't been living together for some time.
He made noise when he ate soup?
He was a thief.
Oh, and that wore on your nerve.
Well, I hadn't known when I married him.
That happened.
You don't sound as if you believe me.
I don't have to believe you. You're not a client.
What?
Some reason or other, people never tell the truth to detectives if they can help it. Maybe they figure detectives should be smart enough to find out the truth for themselves. Sometimes detectives do.
But if I were a client?
I'd have to believe you. It's not on my license, but it's the way I play.
I want you to believe me, Mr. Craig.
It's $50 a day in expenses.
That's not too bad.
Depends on what you're buying. Suppose you hire me. What are you in the market for? An alibi, maybe?
Alibi? For what?
Your husband didn't die of old age.
Oh, you think I...
You could have. You knew where my office was. You knew he died there.
But...
Did you kill him?
No.
Okay. For now, we'll accept that as being true. The next thing is, what do you need a confidential investigator for?
I know who killed my husband.
She had a habit of throwing small bombshells as though she didn't know they were explosive. I sat that one out for a few seconds. It gave me time to wonder if the car that was trailing us intended to get any closer. It didn't. Not yet, anyway. You know who killed William Cheney?
Yes.
The district attorney will love you with a great love if you drop in and tell him.
I can't.
You don't care for the legal profession?
I don't have any proof.
That's a discouraging detail.
But I know it has to be...
Has to be who?
You've been staring up into the rearview mirror all the time. Why?
Car's been following us ever since we left my office. Who does it have to be?
Car? Then someone...
So far as we know, no one saw anything but me getting into my car and driving away. Who killed your husband?
They must have noticed
It's night. They've not been close enough to make any identifications. Maybe not even to spot the fact I've got a passenger. Why are you holding out on me?
I'm not, only...
The headlights are getting bigger. We're going to have company pretty soon. Look, Mrs. Cheney, it's corny. Somebody with something important to tell is stalling about it until it's too late.
You mean until they get killed?
Yeah. And by then, the something important isn't important anymore. At least not to the one who dies.
John Hurley.
John Hurley.
My husband worked for him.
And since your husband's profession was a thief, you mean he stole for him?
Yes.
That's background. Now hand me motive.
My husband stole something. Hurley thought he was going to double-cross him, not turn it over to him.
Was he?
I don't know. I haven't seen Bill for months, since we separated.
You make the marriage sound like ancient history. Your news is fresh, though.
Well, Bill's phoned me lots of times, begged me to take him back, but...
What was it he was holding out?
Oh, I'm not sure. Jewels, I think.
Uh-huh. Slide off the seat and get on the floor.
What?
Do as I say.
All right. What's wrong?
Car trailing us is getting too close. I've been shot at once today. It could happen again. I don't want you in the line of fire.
But they might not miss again.
I know. That's why I'm going to dedicate a fender or two to self-preservation. Grab onto something, we're going to have a small collision. For what happened immediately after I'd cut my car in front of the one coming up behind, you'll have to consult somebody else. Obviously, both cars spun, slid across the street, and wound up attacking a lamppost. I was among those present, sure, but I wasn't sitting up and taking notice. I was lying down and being unconscious. Oh.
Barrie.
Oh. For a little while, I thought maybe my sins had been overlooked and I was in a better place. But what would the voice of Lieutenant Rogers be doing in a better place?
I guess you're alive.
Thanks.
Oh, ouch. I could have told you this was no time to brush your hair back.
It's my older brother who has two heads. Maybe I'm my older brother.
That lump you're fondling isn't another head.
Oh. Crab.
Yeah?
News.
You and another car had a collision with each other and a lamppost.
That I remember, partially anyway. Except the collision was intentional.
Oh?
I'll explain later. You keep going.
Well, a crowd collected immediately, but despite that, or maybe because of that, whoever was in the other car disappeared.
Too bad. However, that crowd probably saved my skin. The car was trailing mine, Trav. Outran me. I figured it would probably outgun me, too, so I had an accident.
For a man with a thick skull, that was probably the brightest thing to do.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I don't feel very much like making sudden movements with my head. That's why I haven't looked around, but, Trav, does there happen to be a small blonde on the premises?
I've looked around. Not even a big blonde.
Uh-huh. Means the crowd gave her an opportunity to duck out, too. Trav.
Yes?
Hasn't the police department got a couple of other lieutenants they occasionally use?
I was phoning your place when you left. I got Jake.
Oh. And the news from Vermont was?
You'd left. With another car on your trail.
So you sent out an alarm?
Yep.
Thanks. What were you phoning me about?
The identity of the corpse in your office.
William Cheney?
Yes, Hey, wait a minute. How did you know who he was?
The small blonde.
She must have been a very knowledgeable small blonde.
Maybe. She'd also been married to William Cheney.
And wanted you to do what?
Find his killer. Trav, what's the department got on Cheney?
Thief of sundry and movable items, notably jewels.
Big job recently?
Suspected the Horsham deal.
Well.
Not much so far as quantity goes. One medium-sized necklace. Only it happens to be worth around $100,000.
Give me quality over quantity any time. Which is what Cheney and his boss must have figured. Which is also what Cheney figured.
Now you've lost me.
Cheney was holding out on the necklace, I'll bet.
I was on my way to Cheney's house when you interrupted. Would you like to come along?
Very much. If I can arrange to have my head brought with me. But I was pleasantly surprised. My head stayed with me. We got to Cheney's place. Cheney, understandably enough, wasn't home. Neither was the necklace. We made sure of that.
Well, wherever he hid it, it wasn't here.
No.
Funny thing. You can see his wife left him. Not a dress in the place or a pair of women's shoes, but he's kept her furniture around.
Yeah. He wanted her to come back. I guess he didn't disturb anything.
No. Her cosmetics all over the place. Perfume stuff.
Yeah. Nice perfume. Hey.
What?
Newspaper.
So I see. What was the idea of fishing it out from under all the used face tissues?
Front page article it's folded to.
Paper's 3 days old. Horsham story broke 3 days ago.
Which means Cheney was on the run for 3 days before they got to him in my office.
Maybe he had the necklace on him?
Then they'd have lost interest in me. But they didn't.
No. Then the necklace is still among the missing. So far as Horsham, who owns it, is concerned, and so far as, who else?
So far as John Hurley is concerned, I think.
The small blonde gave you Hurley's name?
Yeah.
It might be a lead.
Why not try it?
John Hurley's been a bad boy for some time now. The department's got lots of warrants out for him. Trouble's been, nobody's found him to serve them on him.
He must be around.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Not half as sure as I am. I'm the one he's been spraying bullets at.
We can always issue another warrant.
I don't doubt it. The only thing is, I'd like to be around when it happens. Around and alive. That, for the time being, was that. Trav returned to wherever lieutenants of police return in the middle of the night, and I got some work done. Not finding Hurley. No private detective can come even close to the police when it comes to tracing people. The thing is, I didn't waste time looking for Hurley. I concentrated on a small blonde. According to what your fleet dispatcher tells me, you guys work the cab stand here nights.
That's right, Bud.
3 of you. The one I want is the one that knows a guy named Cheney. The address is 2906.
Larchmont, apartment 3B.
You're the man I want. You generally take his calls?
Yep.
You other guys, $5 apiece make you happy?
Sure, okay.
Okay. Now, this Cheney was married, wasn't he?
You digging up stuff for a divorce case?
No. Matter of fact, you won't be called upon to testify to anything. You know what his wife looks like?
Yeah. Blonde, small.
Fine. Now, maybe she did this during the daytime. If she did, I'm sunk. But I've got a feeling the nighttime is the time a gal generally moves out. Some time ago, she left Larchmont with suitcases, but no husband.
You're not guessing.
Not anymore. She used your cab?
Yeah.
Where'd you take her?
The other guys rated 5 apiece.
You rate 25.
Thanks. 3912 East 67.
Thanks. Maybe I just wanted to see a small blonde again. It's one of the pleasanter things that happens to a private detective. But that wasn't the way I saw it, which could be why I didn't feel pleasant when I got to Doris Cheney's place.
Who is it?
Barrie Craig.
I can't.
Mrs. Cheney.
Oh, all right. Come in.
Thanks.
Hello, Craig.
Hello. You'd be Hurley, wouldn't you?
Not only would be, Craig, and.
Speak softly and carry a big gun?
You've got a gift, Craig. Gift of expression. I couldn't have thought of that in a year.
Maybe you never tried. Now I've seen the gun, you can put it away.
You're too broad across the shoulders, Craig. You wouldn't have much trouble handling me. If I didn't wave the gun around, so to speak.
I don't anticipate much trouble anyway.
Yeah, me. Don't tell me you're one of those unbelievable characters who isn't afraid of a gun.
Of course I'm afraid of a gun.
Well, then?
I can't see any reason for you to use it on me, that's all.
Let's hope so, however skeptical we are.
Hope I didn't damage your car too badly.
Doesn't matter. It wasn't mine to start with.
Doris.
You were unconscious, Barry. I saw Hurley get out of his car. I ran. I had to.
Sure. How long's Hurley been here?
Well, just a couple of minutes.
In that case, he hasn't found the necklace yet, has he?
Craig, now I'm really surprised. Fancy her admitting that. Or was it a slip of the tongue?
Pretty obvious, isn't it?
Maybe. But it takes a rare man to recognize the obvious. Congratulations, Craig. Now, if you don't mind, Doris, my dear.
I don't have the necklace.
Now, you see, Craig? She won't admit the obvious.
Maybe she's frightened. Hurley, if she turns the necklace over to you, what then?
You mean, will I be nasty? Kill people? Why should I? Police are after me anyway.
All right. The necklace is in her bag.
Barry.
Bag? Ah, here it is.
She kept plucking at it when she came to consult me. I thought there might be a gun in it, but...
Not a gun at all. The necklace?
Yeah.
Well, Craig, you were quite right. There's no need for me to bother you at all. Oh.
Please, drop your gun, Mr. Hurley. I'm terribly nervous. I might...
I dropped it. Comes of having eyes for only the mercenary. And I should have kept them on you.
Please, Barry, call the police.
Yeah. No question about Hurley's being the man who trailed us in that car. Man responsible for the jewel robbery. The phone? Oh, yeah.
Not to mention murdering my husband.
Let's not mention it.
What?
Because he didn't. Sorry. Telephone wires do get tangled around people's arms, don't they? I'll take the gun.
Neatly done. Sorry, I can't stay to admire.
You're staying. We're all staying till the police come. And then a thief will go to jail and a murderess to her punishment.
Some of it I've got, Barry.
Fine, Trev.
Whoever killed Cheney took the necklace. But Hurley was still after it, so...
He didn't kill Cheney. More than that, Trev, if Hurley had the necklace, why would he have bothered keeping after me?
Well, but Doris did.
Doris had to. She had to find out if Cheney had told me about her part in the deal. Hurley wouldn't have cared.
Well, that's true enough. So Hurley hung around, socking Jake on the head. And it was Doris in the elevator, wasn't it?
Yeah, she missed. Jake was knocked out. All she did was walk out the front door and wait in my car.
Fits together nicely. I'd like something a little more dramatic, though.
Oh, I can supply that, too. Doris told me she'd left her husband months ago. Hadn't had any contact with him except over the phone.
Well, he could have told her about the robbery over the phone, so that didn't prove anything.
But when we were in Cheney's apartment, we found a newspaper under used facial tissue. Used by a woman, naturally.
Hey, that's right. And the paper was 3 days old.
3 days old, which meant Doris hadn't split up with Cheney till after the robbery, which meant she lied. Which means a 3 days old newspaper is going to hang her.
You have been listening to William Gargan in another exciting transcribed mystery drama from the adventures of Barrie Craig, confidential investigator. Tonight's story, The Lonely Corner, was written by Lou Vittis. Next week, it's the strange story titled The Killing Pace, about which Barrie Craig has this to say.
Next week, 3 wise men brain each other, and a lady doll goes to the dogs when a champion greyhound makes a record-breaking sprint into the hereafter. Good night, folks. See you next week.
The National Broadcasting Company has brought you William Gargan, starring as Barrie Craig, confidential investigator. Featured in the role of Jake was Parker Fennelly. This is Don Pardo speaking. Mark Twain used to say, everybody talks about the weather, but nobody does anything about it. We might add, everybody talks about the bad conditions in our schools, but nobody does anything about it. But no, that wouldn't be quite fair. Today, good citizens all over the country are working to improve our schools. It's true that in many communities, schools are outmoded, run down, and overcrowded. But in most of those communities, intelligent, responsible citizens are joining together to improve conditions. If you'd like to do your part, join and work with local civic organizations that are trying to make educational conditions better. If you'd like to know what other communities are doing to improve their schools, just write to the National Citizens Commission for the Public Schools, 2 West 45th Street, New York, 36, New York. That's the National Citizens Commission for the Public Schools, 2 West 45th Street, New York, 36, New York. Remember, better schools build a stronger America.
Now enjoy Dragnet, starring Jack Webb on the NBC Radio Network.